invincible.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Dota players around the world. We are back with some more Tuesday night DGL Masters action with APG Gaming going head-to-head against eNergy Esports. Can eNergy take a game off the undefeated APG thus far? Gonna be super crazy, and it is gonna be a little bit of a remake coming out. So we'll be back with you very, very shortly. It looks like the boys have tricked me once again. So enjoy some music as we wait for the game to go underway once again. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and Dota players around the world. Game 1 is underway once again. We're going to see some DGL Masters action happening on this Tuesday evening. Going to be APG versus eNergy. The big question is, can eNergy break APG's winning streak thus far? They've got 2 wins under the belt. eNergy sitting with a 1 win and 1 loss on their series. So let's hope the boys of eNergy can actually pull it through for themselves. I am Jubba. I am joined by the succulent, sultry Succubus, and we are going to be in for a bit of a treat this eve.
Yes, we are, and it's a fantastic start to round 3 here at the Masters, and kicking it off with some big names in the business. eNergy Esports versus APG Gaming. And like you said, APG and I think WRG are the only 2 teams yet to drop a game in this series. So can eNergy do it? Do you think they can do it?
Well, they've got the names, they've got the guts. All we need to now see is, do they have the glory to actually finish it out?
Yeah, well, bans and picks are going hard and fast. I mean, we've got standard, the Slardar, Underlord. What is surprising is banning out the Weaver, since it has a terrible win rate. I believe it was like 16% the win rate on Weaver at the moment. It's not a hero that's doing very well in the series.
No, absolutely not. I mean, you'd actually, if you're APG, you'd actually want to give away the Weaver, considering the current stats that we've actually seen at the moment. Compliments to Sargon. Thanks and shout out to you for putting all these beautiful stats together. But according to what's actually happened in this new update, Weaver's success rate here in the SA scene hasn't been too promising. But on the rest of the heroes coming out here, let's just discuss these rather quick. Ember Spirit being picked up for APG, as well as the Shadow Demon for the side of eNergy, getting their hands on the Lone Druid, and this Lone Druid really does extremely well. And like no surprise, the Rubik being picked up here for eNergy as well. Also got some crazy stats for this little hero.
Yeah, he's got a phenomenal win rate at the moment, and he's been picked like I think one of the most heroes to be picked and in the series, and also just one of the highest win rates as well. But Interesting enough, they don't ban out the Luna, which gives APG the opportunity to do the Shadow Demon Luna combo, which we haven't seen put together in a while because one of the two always get banned. Do you think they'll be picking it up here?
It is possible. Luna, one of those big right clickers, and one of the favored cores actually now in this new update. So Luna really becomes a little bit of an option here for the side of APG. Ian, they ban out the Centaur Warrunner, so they don't actually have the chance to actually ban out the Luna. They decided against it. They actually decided to actually ban out the Axe for the side of APG to kind of just ensure a little bit of more success in the offlane.
I suppose it's one of those heroes that if it snowballs hard, and it's good against heroes that can escape like very, very fast because Ember can, kite you around the map essentially. So an axe would be good to lock him down, and any other hero, and also something that they can use to bully out the lanes and gain advantage if one hero is struggling. They can just take the axe along with the rest of the team, and the one protect four strats. So it's a good ban in my view, but we'll see if eNergy decides to ban out the Luna here. It is possible since it has just gone through. I mean, I don't see this. It's either picked or banned immediately. So, I mean, we've seen the Luna and Shadow Demon combo, not even in this patch, but last patch as well. It's just been an incredibly strong combo to have.
It has been a ridiculously, the duality between those two pairs, the Shadow Demon and Luna. So APG may look at going back to it and see if they want to actually use it. But kind of different drafting strats here coming out for both teams. eNergy decided to pick up their core first. The side of APG decided to actually open up with their mid. So a little bit of a different drafting style coming out from both teams. Sand King does get grabbed up here from the side of APG. So, I mean, we're going to assume he's going to be sitting in our offlane. Hasn't been doing it too bad. I think he's sitting with... he's been picked up 4 times in this last series. Hasn't got the best win rate. I mean, I think we're sitting on around about 34% chance of winning for the SK.
Well, we know why Mali was practicing SK in lobby just now. It seems like he's planning to play it.
Your spies have been watching you, O'Malley. We have been watching and we have found you.
We have our eyes on you.
Yeah. So the Sand King being a nice pickup here for the offlane Aperture squad. eNergy, they've got a couple of options now. They've got their core, they've got their support, they've got their offlane, second support, and their mid they need to look towards. What kind of mid can we see going up against the Ember Spirit? I mean, we see the Ember Spirit also has a ridiculously good win rate. I mean, I think he's sitting in around about the 83%, win rate factor. So, Ian, they pick up the Disruptor. I feel it's a really good counter towards Ember. So, Ian trying to maybe play around the Ember Spirit and just an overall ridiculously strong hero, in the words of Wilson Triple XL.
Yeah, well, ACG seems to favor his snipers, his invokers, or his Ember Spirits. So we'll have to see what they do here. Invokers are pretty good pickup here. I would not pick up a sniper, just purely because it's just easily ganked. Ember can kite him around. Especially with the Shadow Demon and Ember Spirit and the Sand King around, if they make any rotations, it's a very dead sniper. Invoker can at least, use some spells, get out, maybe Ghost Walk, that type of thing. So I think an Invoker pick will be good here, also due to the fact that, Sand King, Shadow Demon, that they need mana to contribute to a team fight. So maybe going for the Coswex build with an Invoker could help prevent team fights from happening. And then you've got a Disruptor on the field as well, which is also very good against Ember Spirit. So it's Invoker just makes sense here with their lineup. The whole combo, Disruptor, Invoker, Rubik, that type of thing. But for me, that would make the most sense for the side of eNergy at the moment.
Well, look, the little problem I have with picking up one of the magical or intelligence heroes, such as the Invoker or the Shadow Fiend or anything like that, a lot of the spells that get thrown onto the Ember Spirit gets absorbed by his spell shield. So it's going to be a little bit of a problem, and maybe the sniper is going to maybe be more favorable.
I don't know, because Invoker right-clicks pretty damn hard.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He does. They could also choose to go for the SF here, to combo up nicely with, say, Disruptor ulti or whatever the case may be. But definitely a ranged hero I'd put against an Ember Spirit. PA, we saw a lot of PA mid last patch. They're not really seeing it that much anymore, but it could also work. She pretty much dealt with any mid hero at a certain stage, if you remember. It was like he was like, oh, you saw a PA, like, oh no, that's not going to the safe lane, that's going to the mid lane. So maybe we see one of those again. That'd be pretty cool. But now we have a Magnus pickup. So this is quite interesting because Sanking can go off lane, Magnus can go off lane, Magnus can go mid, and Ember can go mid. But maybe we see an Ember carry.
Ember carry.
And a
Well,
Magnus
look. I mean, APG has been doing some funky stuff with the way they run their lineups, is because Adastum has actually picked up a Vengeful Spirit as a core in a couple of the previous series. So having a core Magnus maybe is something a little bit a little bit surprising for the side of eNergy that don't actually really know how to actually maybe deal with the core mag, or maybe they're expecting something else out more. So maybe they're playing a little bit of their cards close to their chest. Maybe they're going to stick Sanking in the jungle, Magnus off lane, and just have a dual lane in the bot in the safe lane.
Well, I don't see that happening, since I haven't seen Adastum play a carry Magnus before. He's maybe he picks Avenge again. He's done it like, what is it, twice now with the carry Avenge, but he's generally with the Lifestealer, the Druid, he also does the Luna, the Morphling. He's pretty much in that type of role. So I think Adastum will go and play the Ember Spirit carry. I really do think that it will probably be an ACG mag. An ACG mag seems more likely than an ACG Ember. So we'll have to see. But now Omni-Knight getting picked up here. This is interesting. So would you see a core Rubik? Rubik going mid?
That could actually be very possible. Maybe even an offlane Omni-Knight. It's also a little bit of a different throw in the mix here for the side of eNergy. I mean, we've got we know that Rubik has been played mid a couple of times. Omni-Knight's been played in the offlane a couple of times. So also some trickery happening here for both teams, and they must be going berserk, because I mean, if it's taking us so long, wow, now we've got a Viper now as well. So this is probably going to be a position for Rubik. A position for Rubik. Disruptor in your fifth. They're going to play Viper mid. They're going to put Omni-Knight in the off lane and Lone Druid in the safe lane. That's my prediction for the side of Yen.
Well, yeah, but then again, Chosen One's the only one to play Druid on the side of eNergy. So this is oh God, come on.
And APG picks up the sniper. I told you the sniper. You're going to trust Jubba. You gotta trust.
See another bloody sniper game.
Well, that is gonna wrap up the draft. Yeah, that's.
But again, sniper is the only one that can really go viably up against a Viper, where a Viper cannot actually get near enough to attack him. So I think wherever the Viper goes, the sniper should go, because once he gets that take aim, he's the only one that can really, withstand Viper in a lane when he gets that range, because then Viper can't get close enough to him to actually harass him. So it's good, and it's also another hero that can kind of just go around the background, right click Disruptor, right click the Rubik out of the fight, deal with the Druid. But if he gets jumped on or glimpsed, that's a very dead sniper. So we'll have to see how it works out. But yeah, I think the sniper versus Viper matchup is good. It's going to be hard for him in the start though, but once he gets the take aim levels, Chelsea can't do much.
All right, well, it seems that you have camera control for some odd reason. So,
that's weird.
So we're gonna have to. You're gonna have to control the camera work this time around.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I don't have any settings ready for camera control. This is gonna be awkward. It's gonna be weird.
Yeah, this is going to be super weird, but nonetheless, the game has to go on. So for the side of the Radiant, it's going to be APG. We got Filthy Frank going to be playing the SK. We got ACG going to be on the Ember Spirit. We've got Bob Yules going to be playing our Shadow Demon on the Sniper. Is going to be played out here by ACG. And last but not least, we're going to have the Magnus going to be played by Mr. O'Malley himself.
Yeah, and then on the side of eNergy Esports, we have Chelsea on the Viper, Mobo aka Odu on that Rubik. We have Strike on that Omni-Knight. Then we shall have click on that lovely disruptor over there. And last but not least, we have chosen one on your lone druid.
Well, it seems like I think I'm going to try and restart Dota quickly. I'm going to try and reconnect to the game. I think this is what's actually causing the problem. So I'm going to be right back. I'm going to just restart.
Boys and girls,
You just carry on
sorry,
talking.
My camera, I don't have any of my settings done for camera work at the moment, so everything's going to be too fast paced. None of the buttons are ready for it, so you guys are going to look like spectating the game like a ping pong table, basically.
And we can't have that. We can't have
We
that.
can't have that. We can't have that. Otherwise, it's just not going to be fun to watch. But yeah, as I said, Chelsea and Dustin, they're going to be going toe to toe, mid Viper, mid Sniper. So I mean, it's going to move. But we do have a rotation here. It does look like ACG strike. They're all going on strike, but he's got that level 1 repel, which is pretty good. Filthy Frank couldn't really stun him. Bob Yule's got the disruption in time, but they couldn't really do anything after Repel went off. It's an interesting skill to level up first. You don't normally see that, but very good choice here. It might have saved his life here in this lane. So Jubba, I think you were right. Strike is solo off lane here, but it's quite a hard thing to go up against. I mean, you've got a Sand King, a Shadow Demon, and now a Ember Spirit in this pro off lane. But I think Striker's going to go down. He does get stunned up. A few more right clicks should do it. Nice body blocks coming up from Filthy Frank, and I think this is going to be a very, very dead strike, and there's your first blood. Filthy Frank better watch out. He's taking a lot of Tara aggro there. But on the other side, O'Malley here on the off lane Magnus for the side of APG, and he's doing pretty well himself. They are pulling out lanes here, so trying to deny XP here for O'Malley, but he's going to go in and try to do something. Jubba.
All right, it looks... I am back, and I actually have control. Right, so...
Oh, thank you. Strike went down, and then, I think that I wasn't able to catch it, but Filthy Frank did go down as well to Strike. I think he stayed in lane with that extremely low HP, and Strike just gave him one heal bomb next to a creep, and that was pretty much over.
Alrighty, so pretty much going in APG's favor thus far. ACG in the bot lane. Okay, so things have actually developed out a little bit differently to what we expected. Ember going to be playing in the safe lane, but played by ACG. He's normally the mid here for the side of APG, and it's going to be a Destin that's going to actually be playing mid here for the side of APG. So swinging things around, swapping their roles out, and it's going to be really interesting to see if they can actually make it happen. Sneaky little maneuver here from Mumu, or Momo. He's going to pull those ancients and just deny quite a bit of XP here from Adistar, and that's going to be super sucky for him. And nicely done there from the support from the side of eNergy. And Strike pretty happy to just kind of give Bob Yules a little bit of a hard time at this point, at this moment. He's actually not doing too bad, eh?
Filthy Frank and Odu going toe-to-toe here. TP does come into the shrine. Momo's going to have to be... Filthy Frank's going to have to be a little bit careful here. He has got a stun up. They do shrine up as well. Okay, Filthy Frank's going to have to get out of here. Yeah. He's getting surrounded by the side of eNergy Sports.
Oh, this could actually be a death, and it does go down. Chelsea picking up that last little kill there, last little hit, and adding one to the cap, picking himself up the equalizer to this APG EN game. I mean, how do you think these lanes? How do you think these lanes are going to go? I mean, Destin's struggling quite a bit here against the Viper. He's almost sitting half to what Chelsea's sitting.
Yeah, well, he doesn't do as much damage as the Viper right now, especially with that 2 levels in Nether Toxin. But like I said, once he gets those levels and take aim, Chelsea can get nowhere near the Sniper. Nowhere near. And Sniper can just keep shrapneling, and he's got extra. When he gets to like level 4, I think it's like 400 bonus range. But does look like we have some action here onto O'Malley.
He did get glimpsed back.
Got clipped.
Yeah. he got clipped. He got forced up there from the mag. Then he got glimpsed back to boot, and Mumu, he's just going to try and right click back. And I think O'Malley may. No, I don't think he actually knows he got clipped. So Black is going to sit pretty comfortably on the high ground there. No rotations for the meantime, and he's going to have to fly himself out of TP. Even speed boost in this little butte. 2 boots in the career. Guys, listen, I need a TP. Those boots can wait.
We do have a smoke coming up here. Barbules and Filthy Frank on their way to gank a Dastum. This is probably going to end. Oh wait, no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong thing. It's a Dastum. It's a Dastum's team that's smoking up. Eyes have deceived me.
I think during our game break, you need a cup of coffee. That's what me thinks.
Well, my cup of coffee is getting cold, so I might as well drink it and wake up, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Strike and ACG having a little bit of a tussle here, but there comes the heal bomb. A lot of it being absorbed here by his spell shot, his flame guard, and not going to be doing too much damage. But Strike seeming to do pretty alright in the offlane. This could be a new viable hero here for our offlane choices.
Yeah, it could be, but I mean, at level 3 now on ACG is a flame guard, and it's important to know that it's absorbing a 350 magical damage spell. So, and purification only really, what is it, like 200 and something, 220, 230 around there. So it's not going to do much there once he has that guard up, but they might be able to go on him now since it is on cooldown and he hasn't got much mana to speak of. He's got mana for one more.
Well, top lane, here comes a little bit of a tussle. Filthy Frank stunning out the Disruptor. There comes Melly. Does get feared out here from the bear. They're going to get ball up, the Chosen One. They're going to try and turn things here. Melly's still going to focus on the Disruptor. They get the SK in the backlines. They're still looking for more. They do get it. APG picking up the kill there on the Disruptor. But now Magnus may actually pay with his life. Entangle. What is the RNG on this bear? Ridiculous.
Filthy Frank like 2 hits in, and then he gets a lucky entangled again on the Magnus. Like,
and bot lane losing ACG as well. Beautiful little play from Momo picking up the kill there. The one thing that I was worried about from APG is, yeah, you do have the heal bomb coming out from the Omni, but then you've also got the Fade Bolt that's also going to absorb quite a bit of that damage, being kind of revealing a little bit to him. And Filthy Frank taking another heal bomb, being blocked out here from ACG. ACG, he's trying to just knock down Mumu. Not going to happen in the mid lane, though. They managed to pick up a Destim as they actually move forward. Chelsea picking up their kill. Nice little rotation also coming out from Disruptor. Let's just have a look at the fight recap that was used. They used Kinetic Field, Thunderstrike, as well as the Nether Toxin. So a little bit of abilities being used, and a Destim being caught with his pants down and not being able to get out just in time. So a little bit of your concern a little bit earlier in the draft, saying that Sniper's mobility was a little bit of a problem. Yeah. And yeah, we can see that it is going to be a little bit of a concern this game.
Yeah, well, it's one time you can gank Sniper is in the beginning. He's very easy here to go on. He's got very little HP. He's not that fast, and he hasn't got much armor. I mean, he's got 3 armor at the moment. It's not that much, especially with a Viper with, you know, that extra Nether Toxin. He's got extra base damage of 6 now, and yeah, the max hero damage is 96, so it's a pretty devastating blow, and he does look like he's going straight for the Hummel the Dominator as well, and getting rewarded mid. So nice 100 gold there for Chelsea.
Yep, easy peasy in the bot lane. Momo just trying to secure out here the side of the Radiant jungle, just making sure they can spot out rotations. ACG throwing down a backup Remnant, and there comes the Fade Bolt. Going to be able to actually tie up the Omni Knight for the moment. But Momo, he wants more. Just right-clicking him down a bit, and going to run back to the safety of Strike. And going to just keep the lane pretty equalized at the moment.
Oh, finally, Filthy Frank has a level in his Sandstorm. He could have avoided so many deaths just with that spell. Shame, poor dude. Now, it does look like Momo and Strike are looking to smoke up, maybe get a pick off here. And shame, if they find this poor Barbules over here sitting at level 4, is he going to be able to disrupt one, maybe get out here? I don't think so.
We're hunting a Barbules. But the question is, why was Momo not actually leading the charge there to actually bring it into telekinesis? But it doesn't matter. There's the RP going to be used out. Going to drop the Rubik. Going to drop the Strike as well. Beautiful rotations coming out from... Yeah, beautiful rotations coming from APG. Should have just backed off as soon as they got disrupted. But the question that I have is, why was Strike leading the charge?
Strike was leading the charge because of his DGL aura. It slows the heroes down, so it makes it easier for them to get caught. He has got the phase boots and orb of venom as well. So with his DGL aura, the heroes are pretty damn slow. So it makes for an easy kill. You can't really outrun that as a support sitting with, you know, what is it now? 300 and something movement speed. You can't get away from an Omni Knight. So that it makes a lot of sense the build that he's going for. But unfortunately, they got surrounded by the side of APG. But it does free up Chosen One and Plick to take a tower.
Well, we do have a little bit of protection coming out here from the Sand King. Filthy Frank just trying to see if he can guard it up a bit. It looks like they're going to actually just relinquish that for the moment. Alistam kind of left to do sniperish things here in the mid. Pretty much left ACG in the bot lane to do Ember Spirit things. I mean, when this was picked up and they picked up the sniper, do you think that their plan all along was to actually run ACG on the Ember in the safe lane, or do you think they switched it up after they saw the EN lineup?
Well, I would honestly put a sniper versus a viper, like I said before, just purely because of the take aim, and you can harass the viper you can dissuade the viper from going on him with shrapnel as well. So for me, viper versus sniper is something, you know, that I would do. As far as the Ember goes, Ember, I expected them, like before the sniper came out, I expected it to be the carry, which, you know, it ended up being the carry. And they got the first blood into Strike there, and ever since then, because of the rotations that had to happen, Strike's just been outright winning this lane, also from the help of Odu. You know, like they've been making some plays here. It does look like there's an engagement here onto Plick. Ooh, marginally missing his stun there, Filthy Frank.
Well, it does get the skewer off. Going to be able to dodge that repel from Strike. Going to protect him for just a little bit longer. Glimpse was actually used from the Disruptor to get ACG off his bum, just in case he was dealing some soft serve. But he decided to actually glimpse him away. And no licking on those ice creams thus, well, for tonight, and glimpsed him away.
Jubba.
No, I'm trying to keep you guys entertained. You know, you're such a hard bunch. But Chosen One, he's got his. I never said anything. I never said any bum. I never mentioned bum. You mentioned bum. Lone Druid picking up himself the Dragon Lance already, so he's doing really well considering what Dustin's farm is looking like. I mean, he's got his Dragon Lance as well, but he's sitting almost 30 CS behind the Lone Druid. Not the kind of position that you want to have your sniper be sitting in, considering that he's going to be one of your main damage dealers. Depending on the ACG build, he was building towards his Veil. He does have it now. Probably going to be moving into his BOTs next. He has got that lined up as well. So I feel that Ember Spirit needs to go something like Maelstrom into Million, and then maybe go into Octarine Corn, just a little bit more right click. But as we say that, you've got the side of EN. They've got a bit of a smoke again coming on. So they're going to be hunting a little bit of APG at the moment. Strike leading the charge. Actually gets revealed out here a little bit. The Beg taking, using that Demolish on the tower. They're probably going to just relinquish tier 1. And easy peasy Magnus. He's hiding here on the sidelines of Melly. He may be able to do something if he gets a couple of rotations here from the side of APG. Doesn't look like it's going to happen. I think they're going to just actually...
Unfortunately, the side of APG do have a sentry ward on that hill. So as soon as the ward went down, they were able to see that. So they just immediately back off. They knew something was up thanks to that.
Something was amiss.
Something was amiss, yeah. You don't just randomly have a ward go down with no heroes. So, I mean, it was kind of this obvious smoking. But it does look like they are going to rotate heroes in. But I don't think they're going to be able to do much here.
While the shrapnel comes down at his dam, he's going to try and just hold to this off for the moment. The Bear doing a chunk of damage to the tower. There comes the Roar, going to force the players back. ACG being caught out on the back lines. He's going to go down. Pretty much fear of charge, but here comes Filthy Frank. Burrow strikes in. Going to get the Epi off. Doesn't actually get stopped, but he gets glimpsed away. So Epicenter still not doing a chunk of damage. And the side of EN still sitting pretty healthy. Losing ACG. Assassinate coming out. Going to focus down the Chosen One. Not going to do a chunk of damage. And Ian could still probably reinforce after this. Plex not sitting too good in terms of mana, but can probably still use a lot of that to support up his teammates. Bear full HP. They can take down the tier 2 here. They could actually take it down if they can put some pressure.
They could, but RP is still up, although Sand King ulti is no longer there. But unluckily, ACG in the wrong place at the wrong time, and I wonder why he came from that angle, because he knows if the ward is up there. So like, unless he didn't see that, he should have known that the whole side of energy was able to see his rotation there. So getting caught out, unfortunately, and unfortunately for them, I mean, there's not much they can do after that.
My best guess,
but Sniper Adastim did, however, get the 300 gold for killing the bear. So yeah, it's kind of like a win-win, I guess. A kill for a bear.
A kill for a bear.
Yeah. At the same time, they lost their tier 1 tower and they got more than half damage done with the tier 2 towers. So energy's still coming on top there.
Well, they still did pretty well. I think the whole reason for ACG actually jumping in there is they're hoping that O'Malley could have actually got a good engage, got the RP off, and then just followed up with a beautiful little slider fist, throwing out those searing chains and done a chunk of damage to the side of Ian. But they didn't seem to get the communications right, and O'Malley just couldn't get that RP off in time, and ACG just was left out to the wolves.
Just unfortunate because he doesn't have his blink dagger yet on that Magnus, so I think maybe if he did, they could have done that differently. But again, I just think ACG coming in over there with the Ember Spirit, a little bit of a bad idea since they did have a sentry ward there and they knew there was a ward there, so obviously they were able to see him. Maybe he just didn't see it, maybe thought he could sneak in. It was unfortunate, it really was, but hey, we'll have to see. And it does look like they're going to go straight for the next tower here at the bot lane. Chelsea also having a Dragon Lance of his own up, probably building into a Manta style by the looks of things next.
Well, he's going to be one of the major damage dealers here for the side of EN. I mean, they can't just rely on Lone Dro to actually dish out the damage. But there comes the disruption out here for the side of APG, just trying to make sure that ACG doesn't take a chunk of damage. They're going to put some pressure here into this tier 1. That bear's doing a huge amount of damage. I don't think there's anything here that APG can actually do to stop this tier 1 tower from going down. They're going to have a pretty much free tier 1. They're going to pop the glyph. It does refresh after this. They've lost the tier 1 while Pluck and Chelsea are making a maneuver on bot. And the side of Ian, they're going to rotate bot. They're going to put a bit of pressure there as well, forcing APG to actually come down here.
Look, it's hard because I mean they got the tier 1 bot and they got the tier 1 mid now, and they're just able to push on straight to the tier 2 here. I mean, you've got a Druid and a Viper right clicking like trucks. Then you've got the Alpha Wolf to boot on Chelsea's Helm of the Dominator. This is a very easy snowball for them, and anyone who does want to come in here disrupt is just gonna glimpse.
Well, they catch out Mumu. They're going to bring him down. Rubik does go down very easy to take out the trash, boys, because APG found you. And the side of Ian, they're going to just back out. Pretty happy with the trades that they got. They got 2 tier 1s. And during that whole engagement, APG was able to take out the Ian tier 1 tower top. So thus far, not looking pretty good for the side of Ian in terms of objectives.
It's not great. It's not great because they, in the space of time that it took APG to take 1 tower, inside of Energy took 3. They took 3 towers. They took 2 tier 1 towers and a tier 2, and then they've got significant damage on the tier 2 top there as well. So they're pushing pretty hard, and they've got the heroes to do it. I mean, they've got disengage heroes. They got the likes of Disruptor and an Omni Knight, who's now got a Hand of Midas to his name, so he's going to be getting his very fast levels. So it's just, for me at the moment, they're not necessarily snowballing, but they're in a very good position the side of Energy Sports.
I do have a question. I've noticed the double boot strat. Do you think we're going to see the triple boot strat?
Oh, I think it's viable. You know, you need a shoe for each foot if you're on. No, but to be honest, I think that Strike does need those phase boots, just the DJ and Aura, but he'll probably most likely build those Guardian Greaves, so I think he's just well on the way to do that, and extra mana is a nice thing for his team. I mean, Viper runs out of mana pretty fast. Druid doesn't really need that much mana, but, you know, like, so for their supports and for Disruptor, Rubik, that sort of thing, it's always good to have mana on your team. But yeah, I think Strike's going to start building those Guardian Greaves up, and he can't actually support all his spells, plus a mech and all of that without mana boots. So for me, that makes sense.
Well, here comes a little bit of a hunting pack here. There's a squad that has been dispatched here from eNergy. They're going to try and see if they can pick up something. They're going to find ACG. Does he actually have a remnant out on the map? He does actually have, we can't actually see. He does actually use a disruption. Can they actually get the glimpse back? And it's not going to be quick enough. Pluck. Not fast enough on these fingers. And ACG going to walk it off. And yeah, that's the wrong person to gank if you don't have, if you can't lock down on that silence.
Missing that static storm kinetic field combo. That's an easy way out for ACG there. Easy way out.
But here comes a opposite smoke gank. They're going to find a Moo, and they drop the veil. There comes a Burrow Strike. Filthy Frank taking an easy kill there. They're going to look at pushing up mid lane now. They're going to need to do something. They need to try and push down these tier 1s. I mean, so far, eNergy's just been bringing the pain here to the side of APG.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. They need the blink on the Magnus, and he's got it now. So maybe we'll see something happen. We have a blink on that Sand King as well, slowly building that Veil of Discord. So I think once those two combos come up, that we might be able to something. But Bear going down yet again to Adastum, getting rich here, my friend.
Oh yeah, he is. We did see that skew a little bit of a whiff there. There comes a repel, but there's the Epi. Gonna blink in, gonna pop the Epi, but Burrow Strike trying to get him out. There's the Sandstorm, gonna catch out the Disruptor, stolen from Moo. So now Filthy Frank trying to get out. Rubik sitting with the Burrow Strike, and now any assassinates they don't. Chosen One picking up the kill here onto the Sand King. He does go down. They get another kill here on the Rubik. I don't know why he was so forward.
Odoo suicide.
Odoo suicide. For those of you that do not know, and aware, Moo is actually Odoo from the previous BVD team, and he's been playing for eNergy. So he's been one of our supports here for the side of eNergy. But it looks like they're going to send a couple of these illusions here mid here for Sniper. There comes the Assassinate. Going to not do too much damage. Gets healed up here from Strike. And maybe the side of Ian may still want to look. All 5 heroes are up for them. All ultis are available except for the Omni Knights. The Epi is down from the Sand King. So a lot of their defense, a big part of their defense is down in terms of what the Sand King can bring.
Well, Adastum's getting pretty scary at the moment. I mean, he's got now a full Mjolnir on himself, Dragon Lance, and don't forget the Magnus in power. He's going to be right-clicking really hard very soon. Like Magnus and power onto the Sniper with all the lightning procs, it's not going to be fun. And it was pretty much evident in that last fight. The Sniper right clicking from the sidelines, it was pretty harsh on the side of eNergy. They couldn't really deal with it, and so much so that the Omniot had to use his ulti.
Well, I mean, what does Ian actually have to get onto the Sniper? I mean, they don't really have that much. What do they actually do?
They don't have a blink initiating hero like a Slardar, an Axe, that type of things to deal with that. But, oof.
Oh, but ACG gonna get spotted out. Tip it out. Almost gets glimpsed back into the Static Storm. Kinetic Field does hold himself up. The fear is going to be used out from the Bear, and ACG does go down. Chosen One picking up that kill, and that why he is the Chosen One.
I messed up before, but this is how I'm going to do it this time. Like he got his cover right.
He did.
Yeah, but luckily his team did supply nice vision for him, so he can glimpse ACG back into his ulti combo. But yeah, very good plays there. But it does free up another tier 2 here. I think they'll be able to get this tower, just get a little bit more map control. But I must say,
Disruption coming out from the Shadow Demon. They're going to catch out Moo on the Rubik, and he may go down. Yeah, he's taking a chunk of damage. He does go down. Filthy Frank, the next to follow, and one apiece here going for either team, and they did take down the tier 2 here in the top lane. So Ian completing objectives, trading out kills. They may actually look at trying to push down Midnight as well. Can APG hold this off? They got the ultis down for Disruptor as well as for the Viper. I don't know if this is a good choice if they actually want to push here. And they're going to look like they're jumping into the pit. They're going to put Chosen One in there to actually pick up the token for the side of Ian.
It's very unfortunate, and there's very little vision on the side of APG at the moment. They don't have much in the way of wards. I don't think they've got any at this point right now.
Well, if we just have a look at what our map vision is, it is very little. For the side of Ian, they've got that one observer that's doing pretty good work, but very little here for the side of APG.
It's a bit unfortunate. They can't really see rotations come in, and I mean they got one more tier two to take down, and then they can start taking down those shrines and have complete map control and force the side of APG to be inside their base. I think this is going to be the first game, maybe, to get taken off of APG if it continues this way.
Oh well, it's not over yet. But what Ian is trying to do here, they are just trying to push it out before the sniper comes online, before the Ember Spirit comes online, and they're just going to try and throw bodies at this tower. It takes a big assassinate here to the face. Is going to be the chosen one. The bear on very low HP. Mech is actually going to be used up here, and I think the signal is for them to actually take tier 2. Once tier 2 is down, they're going to be able to start moving on to the shrines.
Yeah, definitely. They can take this, like I said, they take this last tier 2, they take the shrines, they enforce the side of APG in their base. And then I think Adastum will be taking most of the creep waves that come in afterwards. I mean, ACG can always go from lane to lane, use his remnant. But if he does get caught up by the disruptor combo, it's gonna be harsh. Maybe instead of the Yule Scepter, you should have gone for the Lincolns onto the Ember Spirit. So he doesn't get glimpsed.
Possibly, maybe his thinking is if he uses the Yules, maybe he can just try and avoid a little bit of damage. What is the thinking behind the Yules as opposed to the Lincolns? I mean, if we had to think about why he chose the Yules, what would it be? I mean, he gets telekinesis up, so I pop Yules after that. He gets silenced out, gets silenced under the static storm. I mean, he's going to take a little bit of damage. I mean, the two cooldowns aren't exactly the same.
Oh gosh, I think Adastum might be in a bit of trouble here. Deuce uses his Hurricane Pike to get out. Luckily, Disruptor's nowhere nearby to glimpse him back. They use the kinetic field there.
They're going to find Filthy though. Here comes the telekinesis. They're going to burst him down rather quickly. Not a whole bunch used, not a whole bunch needed, and the Sand King going to go down, hit the deck, take out the trash, throw him away, because that is one dead Filthy Frank. But I mean, going back,
unfortunate. Rather the Sand King than the sniper, though. I would say.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Gonna put down, take down the second shrine.
That shrine is melting. Oh,
O'Malley was tempting it. He was thinking about it. He's got
a Shadow Blade, but his team's nowhere nearby, so I don't know if it was the best idea ever. But yeah. I think they would have taken the shrine and killed him if he decided to do something.
Yeah, I think that's exactly how it would actually panned out. Just looking at the net worths rather quickly, we are about 27 minutes in. Ian's sitting 2 kills in the lead with 10-8. We've got the net worth sitting in the vicinity for the Lone Druid of about 17.4k. We've got ACG going down during all of that. ACG picking up a kill on Pluck, excuse me. So Disruptor going down, and the threat of the Glimpse is down. Sniper's sitting on about 15k. I mean, we've got a lot of the Ian players sitting above the mark. I mean, what does APG do now? They do manage to pick themselves up a kill on the Disruptor, but those aren't the primary choices you really want.
The thing is, Disruptor ulti was used. He tried to get out of it. He unfortunately couldn't. I mean, he had both O'Malley and ACG at his ulti, but he was completely alone. So couldn't really do much but just sit there and die. He could maybe try run away and glimpse one out, but yeah, unfortunately, Remnants and Ember Spirit, very mobile hero, can't really get away from him. But it does look like you are right, though. He is looking to go for that Maelstrom. So
ooh, Filthy Frank, I saw that, Boyki.
What did he do?
He popped Epi. He popped Epi around nothing.
Oh, no.
We see you. He has eyes.
That sucks. And it's such a long cooldown as well. Oh no.
Yeah, that's going to be crazy. And thank goodness the side of... Yeah,
Ian
doesn't spot it out, so they don't know that Epi is actually off cooldown. O'Malley, though, he's just going to clear out the mid waves. And it looks like Ian may be looking for a little bit more. Yeah, they're going to search around the Radiant jungle. ACG as well as Filthy Frank. He does actually TP out, and they're going to spot out these observers and sentries. There's a gem up on strike, so dewarding going to be rather easy and going to limit the vision here for APG. The noose is tightening.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate, and we do have nice vision in the side of their jungle now as well. So if they do decide to do anything, oh no, is he gonna get glimpse back? Oh, he
That's the Yules.
There
Oh,
we go.
okay. Alrighty.
Your fingers have to be very, very quick for that, though. It'll take 4 seconds for the hero to return, so he's got a 4-second window after Remnant. Well, a 3-second or 2-second window after Remnant to Yules up. So yeah, that's actually something I haven't seen done before. Actually, I've seen heroes go for Lincolns and stuff, but never Yules to dodge a glimpse. That's something new.
Alright, well, a little bit of a blink coming out from melee.
Maybe we're just noob.
No, speak for yourself. I just was testing you. I was testing you.
Mr. 5K techies, eh?
I don't go and tell everyone that I'm a 5k techies player. Otherwise, they're going to ban techies against me.
You have to change your name now.
There comes the Smurf accounts. Well, APG, they're ducking out of the dire jungle very quickly. And they're going to carry on farming as much as they can. I think as long as this game goes on for... I mean, who does it favor when it gets to the later part of the game? Does it favor APG or is it going to favor EN? I mean, that Lone Druid is going to get 12 slotted and is going to be absolutely ridiculous later. But I mean, can APG still stand up against the 12 slotted Lone Druid?
Look, I want to say APG's draft favors late game, especially since it's a Magnus Sniper, an Ember, and a Sand King. Shadow Demon does fall off, but he can make illusions of whoever the carrier is. So he's still very, very strong. He can still save heroes, but then you go onto the side of eNergy, and that Omni Knight changes things around. It really does, because a Druid is hard to kill. And then you've got the Viper as well. Viper kind of falls off in the extreme late game, but he can always decide to go build that carry. I've carried a lot of games with Viper before and essentially beaten better carries, but Druid is a very, very strong viable carry, and he is humongous at the moment. On himself, he has a Skadi, Dragonlance, BKB, Mjolnir. He is just really, really, really fun. And then on his bay, he hasn't got much on his bay to speak of, but it can be a 12-slotted Lone Druid, which no other hero can really do. So, I mean, it's a tough one. It really is a tough one. For me, honestly, though, if you look at like the RP, Epicenter, that type of combo, Magnus can build, huge damage items. I mean, if he gets that Refresher, Shivas, that type of thing, it's going to do a lot of damage. Plus, RP goes through the BKBs. Sand King's a very good late game hero, but his Epicenter kind of falls off. It's more the corrosive caustic finale that does a lot of work in the later stages of the game. But yeah, the Sniper Ember Spirit is generally the late game, the very late game heroes that you'll kind of favor. But like I said, it's hard because the Omni Knight Disruptor, those two heroes make a big difference late game. It's two supports, well, I'd say supports. Omni Knight is a core in this game, but it's the two supports that really scale really, really well late game, especially since Disruptor gets Aghanims and it basically becomes an AoE Doom. You can't use any items, you can't pop BKB, nothing. That Static Storm is going to lock you down. So for me, it's a hard decision here, dude. I'm kind of stuck.
It is a really tough question, and it makes it really difficult. I do like seeing the sniper going for more of a statish kind of build, picking up his Skadi pretty soon. I mean, we've got Bob Yules. He's going to be exactly. He's actually disrupting out the sniper, which is going to make these sniper illusions do quite a bit of work as well. So the way that APG is actually itemizing and building their heroes is super beneficial as well in terms of getting to the late game. And they've held off EN for so long as well, especially when they had the look like they were going to actually steamroll, and before you know it, push into the racks as well. I mean,
well, I must say that's thanks to the sniper. The sniper is doing a lot of work clearing those creep waves. I mean, it's extremely a fast attack speed, and it does look like he's going for that Skadi. He's not too far away. He's actually like 10 gold away from his Skadi. So yeah, you'll be able to see your statitious sniper very soon, Jubba.
Yeah, well, the static sniper. But I mean, like they were pushing so much pressure, and it hasn't really been a big a game with a lot of action, I'd say. There's been a lot of objective taking. Objective Dota is pretty much what the call is for the evening. We're sitting in 9 and 10 at 34 minutes into the game. There's not been a lot of action so far. I mean, compared to a lot of the other Master games that we've witnessed. I mean, there's been a kill count around about the 40 mark at this point in the game. This time round, they're sussing each other out quite hectically, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm worried about that Druid. Now that there's Aegis on him as well, they're probably gonna be able to take Rex here. All their ultis are up and stuff, but it's gonna be very hard for the Ember and the Sniper to do much here.
Ooh,
I mean, Odu getting caught out?
No, Odu trying to find something here. There comes O'Malley. Does he get that? He does. Oh, Rubik finds him. Okay, so now comes the big action. O'Malley, he's in a little bit of a trouble here. You're going to get assassinated from the sniper. Glamp's going to be used out. Going to be pulled under the static storm, but Rubik's staying alive here from Strike. There comes a repel. Going to keep him alive. Guardian Groove is popped, and he's going to survive through it. And Plick going to invis and TP out. So a whole bunch of action, and no one goes down. What was I telling you about being super passive?
The power of that Omni Knight. He just came in and saved the day. Poor Mali's gonna go down here probably. Look how
no, he won't. He won't.
It's yes, he is.
No, he's not.
He's getting slowed. He's to hull him back from the DGL aura.
And the Skura was just available to coming offline. So yeah, Mali does actually go down. I thought it was actually going to just be a huge fight with no benefits on either side. And actually, Ian being able to pick up the kill here on O'Malley, that's a big RP.
That's RP's down.
Yeah, RP's down for 45 seconds. I mean, this is the call here from the side of Ian. We need to go. RP's not available. There's yeah. This is a bit of a problem here for APG.
Oh no, the courier's been killed as well.
Oh, that is crazy. Already C1 doing a chunk of damage while trying to get some damage done to the tower. Has been glyphed out at the moment. Shrapnel going to try and keep everyone at bay for the moment. They're clearing creeps rather quickly, so they may actually be able to give themselves a little bit of time for the Magnus to actually get back. And Remnant going to bring ACG back. Guardian Greaves is actually going to be used up here for EN. Now, Chosen One changing true form and bear form is going to... Or do they actually go here? They're going to take down the tower pretty much free of charge. And I think that's all they're willing to expend at the moment. They're going to back out. They're going to back out.
Jeez. I mean, Odu was most certainly dead there, you know? And then, like, Anya comes and heals him, repels him, and then ulties. He does the whole, you know, the angel thing, and he sprays his wings, and you can no longer attack him, because Adastin was hot on Momo's tail there. But, yeah, that bear getting repelled, and with Aegis, and with that huge attack he's got. Look at his attack range. It's ridiculous.
He can pretty much... He can sit out. He can actually sit out of the battle and actually just right click.
Yeah, his team can sit behind him. It's kind of like what Sniper does, except it's a way more tanky, faster, and harder to kill Sniper. It's... Druid is a bit ridiculous, but it does look like they're going to return and try to take the tier 2 here, but not being able to. Getting forced out, ACG. ACG had to go and Raymond out.
Well, ACG, he's trying to split push to his heart's content to just try and give his team enough space. Just so that the sniper can get those little bit of extra items. I mean, he's almost got his Scuddy. I mean, what actually happened? Did he have to actually buy back? Or is it actually in the courier? Is it in the courier?
What's in the courier?
His ultimate orb. Why hasn't he finished his Scuddy yet? You said he was close to finishing it.
He was like 100 gold away from Scotty. I have no idea why he didn't finish it. Maybe that's what he was fetching. Maybe it was in the courier. It's a bit unfortunate.
Alright, well, we will have to check when it does respawn. Vision for the sides, though,
I
looking
did not catch
very...
that. I'm sorry.
No, all good. But the vision for both teams, I mean, look at this. Look at this. The side of APG, that's their vision. For the side of EN, that's their vision. Okay, they've just dropped a sentry, an observer ward here in the bot lane. So this may be the next lane.
That is a scary Viper. That's a very scary Viper. And it does look like he's going to start to build that AC now as well. So... yeah, he's going to have some nice damage for his team. He's got that butterfly, so he's attacking extremely fast. Extremely fast. And did he steal what I think he did? Oh my word. He's got in power, boys and girls.
I thought he stole RP.
No,
okay, that's still big.
Power's even worse. No, it's pretty big. Just look at the Druid now. Look at the Druid and the Viper attack.
Okay, look, it's big, but RP's more classy, Dota.
Look at this. No, I'm sorry, but like a repelled, overpowered Chosen One.
Oh, you denied it! Chosen One, you dog! He got the denial. That is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. This is like a new energy team that I've seen in the past.
Now maybe they look. A lot of these players haven't been playing that long together, so I mean, it takes. Even though they're brilliant players, I mean, you got Odu, Chelsea, Strike, Click, Chosen One. They're all fantastic, phenomenal veteran players, but not necessarily together in a team. It takes a while to you get that team synergy to play extremely well together. I mean, you can have the best players in the world on one team, and I mean, it was evident with DK and like I think it was TI3 or TI4. I can't even remember. They had the best players in the world on their team and still didn't win TI, just because as a team they weren't playing as long together as everyone else. So you can
Too
have
many all-star players.
Yeah, you can have the worst players in the world on a team, but if they work well together, they can beat the best of them. So we'll have to see. And I think the longer and longer they practice together and, you know, they are together, they'll start getting better. And it's pretty evident. I mean, they've had now 2 seasons of Masters go by. This is the 3rd, and they're looking a lot stronger than they did in the start.
No, absolutely.
So it looks like they are working together well.
Someone had their all brands this morning.
All brand flex.
Yeah, they relieved themselves and they're a lot happier. But now APG may actually be caught with their pants down. Ian pushing into the mid lane, going to take down the mid lane of Rax. They're going to get the RP on 2. This is going to be a little bit of trouble here for Ian. Do they still have the Aegis up? Their epicenter into Burrow Strike. Static Storm coming down now. Ian taking a chunk of damage, but SK bites the dust. Omni Knight does also go down. And now the side of Ian is trying to get out. ACG going to yield himself up, but Viper goes down as well as the Lone Druid. And the Glimpse not quick enough. Gem is down on the deck. And maybe he's going to get his sweet pretty ass out of there. And APG managed to hold unbelievably. Wow. I mean, I don't even know how they held there. I mean, I think the biggest play there. I mean, I missed the fight recap. Like a nope.
The sniper in the background just did so much. Like, so much. I mean, they got some fantastic combos off there on the side of eNergy, but sniper damage is absolutely ridiculous. And then to boot, once Omni Knight ulti flew down, they were like, okay, well, we're not gonna right click you anymore. We'll just lightning proc, and then we'll drop a Sankling ulti. We'll, throw all the magical damage out, and just what a difference it made.
I mean,
if you don't, like, how many team fights you'd be like, yes, boys, we're winning. There's a sniper in the background killing all of us. You know,
but the problem is, I know, but the problem is with the sniper, there's no flashy plays. Like, there's no flashiness about it. What O'Malley achieved, that's flashy.
That RP,
I mean, that was flashy. I mean, he caught the 2 players over here. I can't draw while the game's paused. But if you follow my mouse, the O'Malley caught 2 of them over here under RP, skewered them back, and I mean that setup was perfect because it took a little bit of time for Disrupt to actually throw down his static storm in this vicinity over here. Yeah. And before that happened, you had the SK that actually got his ulti off completely. You had the Shadow Demon popping up the disruption. ACG swinging himself straight into the swing of things. When he was in trouble, he just used himself out of danger. So, I mean, a very good team fight coming out here from the side of APG.
Yeah. And I think ACG's Blade Mail also did a lot of work.
Oh, no, absolutely. I mean, those lightning procs, the static storm, I mean, you just name it and it just comes out.
Okay, fine. I'll just Flame Guard and Blade Mail and you just melt. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Yeah. Have a good day.
Absolutely. I mean, Mumu, he managed to get himself a disruption steal off the Shadow Demon. I actually didn't see any saves coming out from him during that fight. I don't know how much of his players or teammates were left after that team fight. So it was a little bit of a problem that it all transpired that way. But now I think they're going to start respecting the RP a little bit more.
And I think it's also due to the fact that the Druid's age has expired as well. So when he went down, he was down. You know, they couldn't do anything else after that. It was a little bit unfortunate on that side. But we do see, however, that they have spotted the nice little butterfly there onto Chelsea. So Adassim going straight MKB now. He's already got the Javelin in his inventory. He's got about 4,000 gold to his name as well. So maybe safe for buyback. He has got buyback currently. So if he does buy the MKB, which he can, he's not going to have buyback. But very well defended by them. I mean, I think it's all that. It's O'Malley's RP. It's, you know, Adaston just staying way out of the fight, right clicking from the background. Those shrapnel charges are doing a lot of work right now as well. And then obviously ACG's Blade Mail with Flame Guard. I mean, he doesn't take any of the magical damage there. I didn't see Bob Yules save anyone there. I was way too much. Oh god. Jubba, please.
It's an inside joke, guys. It's
I want to tell the boys and girls and ladies and gentlemen what happened last time.
I seem to have distracted the players in game, and they even want to do naughty things to me. Anyway, none of your abuse and observations thus further, team, and I will continue this cast as we are absolute professionals. So, I mean, those are big plays coming out from the side of APG, holding that off. Let's take a look at the net worths at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, my man of the team fight there has to go off to O'Malley. I think that RP made a huge difference. It set up so much for the side of APG there. It really did.
Yeah, it was beautifully done. Beautifully done. I mean, he actually set up the perfect team fight. I mean, gave him enough time to actually focus. They ended up focusing on O'Malley instead of being able to focus down the SK in the backgrounds, being able to get his epi off and being able to get in there, dealing the damage. And I mean, you can just see the way things transpired here for the side of Ian. They were very aggressive, placing 2 deep observer wards here. I mean, in this vicinity as well as in the bot lane. I mean, APG, they really wanted to see what was happening around the Rosh pit. And now they're going to look at now taking their tier 1 mid. Eventually goes down at the 40-minute mark. It does eventually go down.
Well,
so APG...
hold on.
Base
You know that you've won mid when your tower goes down at 40 minutes.
Yeah, so well done, Vibes. You did your job, managing to hold on there. Taking tier 2 rather quickly as well. They may look at turning this courier in the mid lane, just randomly sitting above Adastum's head here.
He wants a friend.
Yeah, he needs a company. He's his mascot. APG needs a mascot.
Yeah, Jubba, let's take at the net worth and gold graphs after that fight, because that must be a huge swing. Now with the 2 towers being taken as well.
It was sitting around about the 10k mark. It was a bit of a big swing, going quite a bit in favor of APG. Quite a big swing, and then experience back to 0. So nothing gained and lost amongst the gods of Dota.
That's insane. That's just insane.
I mean, we are talking about the master level teams here. These are like the top tier teams in SA. These are like
bow down.
Yeah, these are like the oaks that don't want to make me work anymore and become a professional gamer with my 2.2k MMR.
No, Jubba, you're not that low.
I know, but I'll get raised if I say I'm higher.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh well, boys and girls, but I must say, big item almost on the way there for Disruptor. Almost at Aghanim Scepter. He's about 1,100 gold away from it, and it does look like the Rubik's buying majority of the wards now just to get it up. He has got his Blink and 4 stuff, so he is good to go. Only thing I would put on him now is an Aghanim Scepter onto the Rubik. Maybe even a Yules or a Sheep if he can get that.
Well, do you even understand how big Eggs pick up on the Disruptor is? ACG is not going to be able to Yules. He's not going to be able to Yules, and he's going to die.
No BKBs, no Yules, nada, nothing.
Nada, zilcho. Al mucho nangrato. That's like Spanish. That's how hectic it is.
No, but honestly, yeah, that Aghanim Scepter is going to make a massive difference. It really is. And if he can land an Ags ulti onto the side of APG, it could open up a lot of doors for the side of eNergy. But yeah, they're going to have to be a bit more cautious taking Rax now. They see how it is, and it was quite surprising actually to see a team like eNergy bunch up like that for the Magnus. It's not something you see often, you know.
No, absolutely not. I think it was just a little bit of a misplay. I mean, you had Lone Druid trying to come up the upper hill to try and right click down that last lane of Rax. O'Malley saw the gap, he took it. I mean, we call him an opportunist.
Opportunist, yeah. But look, Rush is up again, so I think they might just go for the next Rush and try again.
Did Ian pick up the gem that they lost? No, so Ian picked up another gem,
Yeah.
where APG's got their gem sitting in the base as well. Not feeling confident enough yet to carry it, so they're not going to be able to get those D wards off, and that gem's going to sit in the base pretty happy for the moment. But EN actually does have their own gem.
Yeah. A gem does hurt them since, Amadi is sitting with that Shadow Blade. Is going for that refresher orb now. Like I said, the Shiva's refresher. One of the most standard builds on a Magnus Blink 4-staff. Shiva's refresher.
But they are smoked up. ACG is going to spin into the pits. There comes the Blade Mail. The Static Storm does go down. So Chosen One going to BKB up. There comes the Guardian Angel. Going to keep them alive a little bit longer. O'Malley going to get disrupted up there from the Shadow Demon. Going to keep him alive a little bit longer. At a stamp, trying to right click from the background. And no lives lost just yet. And the question is...
I would go in now. I mean, you have this Disruptor ulti miss everything. You have...
you still got RP.
Angel. No. I'm talking about the side of Energy. Energy have Guardian Angel down for 130 or so seconds. Then you've got Static Storm that's down as well. This should be an easy rush for APG. I don't think that Energy can do anything to contest it now. All the main big ultis are down.
O'Malley needs to sit out of the pit, put the rest of his team in the pit, and him and SK wait for the party to happen, and they just blink in and say, "Yo, what's up, dudes? RP, Epi in your face."
Yeah, and they've all got their big ultis down now. So, I mean, unless the Rubik is able to steal something big like an RP or the Epicenter, they need to back off here. I would honestly go for the rush now. All the big ultis are down for the side of EN. It's I don't know.
I think they still respect the fact. I mean, if the bear gets the fear off, they're going to be able to push everyone away from the RP, push everyone away from the Epi anyway, and they're going to distribute the damage not too evenly. So I think they're still very cautious as well. They took some good team fights, but I mean, they don't want to throw the lead that they have away.
Here we go, boys. Here we go.
Oh, Pluck missing the Static Storm as well as the Kinetic Field. There's a glimpse. They're going to keep ACG in the Static Storm. Epicenter on the back lines. Big RP landing on 2. Going to bring them under the Shrapnel. Gem on the deck. They're going to try and bring down Chosen One. Assassinate is going to be used, but Chelsea just going to go ham. Right click away. ACG going to Remnant out, keeping himself alive, but Adderstam picking up himself a triple kill, just shooting in the sidelines, and there comes the Assassinate, but BKB is too strong. All of a sudden, Shadow Demon gets that self-disruption off, keeping himself a little bit longer. Now, Filthy Frank going to try and see if he can chase him down. Blinks forward, going to actually be juked out here, and there comes the Burrow Strike. Is it going to be enough? Going to try and get the Caustic Finale, but that Fear being too good, and Filthy Frank being over-ambitious, a little bit too zealous there, and does go down, but it's going to open up the Rosh pit. Only the Lone Druid alive, and they're going to surrender the Rosh to the side of APG.
What did I say, Jubba? What did I say? No one listens to me. Do not engage APG with those ultis. It's just went horribly bad for them.
No, it was...
Unfortunately, Disruptor ulti missing a lot again.
Yeah,
so
that was...
Can't really do much.
Yeah, I think that was the biggest disadvantage that Ian went into it. I mean, he cast it inside the Rosh pit, not actually knowing who was in there. I mean, if he had casted the Static Storm in this vicinity, whoever was in the Rosh pit would have been completely zoned out from the team. I mean, then Ian could have come around this way, blocked them off, killed the 2 players here, and then the side of APG would have been in a little bit of trouble there. But I'm no...
It's unfortunate. It really is. And for me, that was kind of a throw. I don't think it was very advisable. Just let them have the rush. Like your Guardian Angel is down. You can't stop the sniper right click. It's just sniper. I mean, you saw it, Aston. He wasn't near the fight, and he got a triple kill there. He's just standing on the other side of the cliff, right clicking away. You need that Guardian Angel, and also that Disruptor ulti missing twice is very, very unfortunate. But it's like you can't fight with RP up, with Epicenter up, all those big ultis, and you don't have anything to counter it.
Well, Filthy Frank's going to go down rather quick. I mean, we don't have to even make anything ceremonious about that. It was pretty easy. Telekinesis, bada boom, bada bing.
Him trying to chase down Chosen One also wasn't a very bright idea. But anyway. But yeah, it's just a big misplay, I feel. Energy just gave a big advantage to APG now. And it's not an advantage they should have given them. I mean, 4 heroes down and Aegis. Yeah.
They were playing very close on the sidelines there of Rosh, and it kind of swing things. I mean, if you take a look at the net worth graph now at the moment, things are tied, guys and girls. I mean, after a 50-minute game, there is basically nothing in it in terms of experience, going all in favor of APG in the 10k mark. So, I mean, looking at the way that Ian drafted, I mean, pretty good draft. I think the only thing they needed to do was put a lot more pressure on in the early game and at least secure themselves a couple of more racks before it got to this point in the game where we're now sitting 15 minutes in, APG in the lead by two kills, and things are looking a little bit drastic for them as well.
And just remember that they can take racks very, very easily as well, and they can actually just go straight through mid and end if they really wanted to. They can go, okay, we'll take the tower and then go straight for your tier 4s. So if they really wanted to, you know, base race like that, I think that the side of APG can take the racks a little bit faster, especially with Empower on their side on the sniper. So
look, don't forget about the bear. Don't forget about the bear. The bear.
The attack speed on the bear, of course. But I'm saying if the bear is down, there's no buyback, that sort of thing. They can easily just end the game if they lose. If the side of eNergy lose a fight, have no buyback, that type of thing. But we do have buybacks on. Let's see who we got buybacks on. We've got buyback on the Ember, the sniper, the Magnus. Everyone on the side of APG has buyback. The bear hasn't got buyback. Actually, quite a while away from buyback. He still has to accumulate 1,700 gold before he has buyback. Viper doesn't have buyback. The Omni Knight does, and then obviously the two supports don't have buyback either. But this could be pretty massive if they can get a pick off onto the bear with no buyback. They can do something.
Well, ACG is going to lead the charge, going to actually miss out Chelsea there. He's going to escape by the skin of his teeth. Rather interesting to see what the two supports here for the side of eNergy are doing. Just trying to make sure that they can keep these lanes pushed up bot, even though APG look like they're trying to formulate some kind of attack strategy here in the mid lane.
We'll have to see. I mean, they do have Aegis. It's going to expire if they do not make a move. But it's also at the same time, it's so what if it does? They kind of just deny it. You can look at it as denying Aegis from the side of eNergy. You know what I mean? You can also look at it that way. But I think they do need to make a move soon since they do have Aegis.
Well, I mean, this would be the perfect little bit of an
close.
Opportunity there.
That was close. Wow.
What
That
was
was
it?
very, very
What transpired?
Chosen One almost got caught out there, but it does look like O'Malley has found out Odu. Odu may be in a little bit of trouble here.
There comes the telekinesis, going to bring O'Malley back. Now Filthy Frank being caught out here. But look at it, Destin just go, plucking a chunk of damage, doing it, well, being brought down so easily. He does go down to Adestam, and I mean, even on the higher ground, not being able to survive through that. Trying to juke through the fogs, actually did try and pop Glimmer Cape, but still going down.
Click just not having a good luck on the Disruptor tonight, missing a lot of ultis.
Well, I mean, it's so hard with the Destin sitting in the background. I mean, all you want to do is throw down your static storm before the sniper actually takes you out. And I mean, he's been given the...
It was a panic, more for like a panic ulti. Maybe try drop the static storm, Glimmer Cape out, that type of thing. But they do have a gem on them as well. So, I mean, a lot of I see that happen a lot when heroes, well, guys are just about to die and they throw everything just as they're gonna die. But it's not so bad with static storm since it has a very low cooldown, especially with the Aghanim Scepter. I think it's like a 70-second cooldown, so it's very, very, very short, low cooldown spell. But yeah, it's just unfortunate. But poor Pluck, he's been having a tough game.
Well, they definitely did treat us this evening to a 53-minute game thus far. I mean, they really do not want us to take any breaks this evening. So it's gotten really past the expiry dates. I mean, generally we've been seeing games end around about the 35 to around about the 38-minute mark for both teams. So, I mean, both teams really testing each other out here and taking it the full 9 yards here.
Well, it's also due to the hero picks. I mean, you've got an Ember Spirit, then on the other side you've got a Druid, a Viper, and an Omni Knight. So it's very hard to take down heroes in quick pick-offs with those type of heroes in the field. Also with the Shadow Demon, just able to disrupt a gank or anything like that. So the aggressive, they do have aggressive lineups, but not as aggressive as we've seen. You know, the Slardar Lifestealer bombs, the axes, you know, the Centaur War Runners. We haven't got any of those in our draft, in the drafts here. So we haven't got those huge initiation, like, you know, easy quick pick off heroes. The only one really is the Ember, but he's not really getting quick pick offs in this game due to the fact that on the side of eNergy they've just got these heroes that can sustain ganks.
Well, you're sitting as ACG at the moment. You've got about 7k gold in the bank. What do you start looking for?
On the side of ACG.
Yeah, what does ACG go?
Refresher on mag, definitely. ACG.
No, ACG specifically.
Oh,
He's got
it's
like
ACG.
ACG.
Well,
He's got like 7.5k gold in his pocket.
Yeah.
What does he
He's
buy?
got that Octarine core, so he's got massive cooldown reductions on his spells. He's got that blade mail. He's got a nice Mjolnir and the Veil of Discord. I would now get a damage item. I would start right clicking a bit more.
Look how scary this is. The side of APG sitting in the top lane. We've got EN smoked up. Only ACG here in the mid lane. Does APG actually spot this out?
Hold on. Do my eyes deceive me? They do not deceive me. It looks like your question's going to be answered with Dagon level 5.
Dagon 5. How ridiculous.
Dagon 5 on
ACG.
ACG. Well, if you think about it, he's got the Veil of Discord. He can pop heroes very, very, very fast with Veil of Discord and Dagon. He's also got that Octarine core. So, I mean, for those of you that don't know, I think it should be pretty obvious though. Dagon is the most expensive item in Dota 2. A full level 5 Dagon is the most expensive item you can buy. It's like, what is it, 10,000 gold or something to get to Dagon level 5?
Yeah, it's something ridiculous. The next is like the Bloodthorn, and I mean,
yeah.
that is ridiculous. Maybe, that's a good question. I mean, is Dagon 5 the option?
He is spamming Dagon, so yes, I think he's got Dagon 3 now. Yeah, he's got Dagon 3. That's 7,000 gold gone, guys. Well, almost. It's like 5,000 something gold gone for Dagon 3.
Do you know how much damage? He's going to delete Mumu. He's going to delete Rubik.
Completely. It's just Veil of Discord and Dagon 3. Easy pick off.
Slider first, maybe just to boot, just to make it a little bit more flashy for us. But I mean, that's going to be a dead Rubik, a dead Disruptor. I mean, anyone that he goes on is going to be able to deal with the supports very quickly.
Yeah, I suppose this stage of the game, Adastim's doing a lot of the right-click work. I mean, he's now got a Moonshard as well as an MKB, going to consume that Moonshard and now a completed Daedalus. So we've got a sniper that has Hurricane Pike, Moonshard going to be consumed. Then he's got the Daedalus, MKB, Mjolnir, Skadi. That's a ridiculous sniper, and it does look like he's going to go for that Satanic as well. So we're going to see as well a 8-slotted sniper.
Even 8-slotted, I mean, he's going to use that backpack. I mean, it looks like he's also building towards... is that Satanic as well?
Yeah, that's Satanic, yeah. I just saw that, yeah. So, I mean, if he gets in trouble, say, gone on by the Viper, the Druid, and if he does get face-to-face on these heroes, all he has to do is quickly pop Satanic and gain all that HP back. And with that attack speed, that should happen extremely fast. I mean, you've got Moonshard and Mjolnir. That's three Hyperstones of attack speed.
He's just going to sit back.
For level 10. Plus he leveled his 15 attack speed for level 10. So that sniper is going to be right-clicking ridiculously fast and hard. I don't want to be caught in between him.
And then pretty much from the side of APG, just have to keep him alive. That's pretty much all he needs to do.
Yeah, I think when he gets his
Satanic... there comes the jump from O'Malley. Going to get lifted up immediately here from Mumu. He's going to go down very quickly. Been brought down here from the Chosen One. Now we got the Yules coming out from Bob Yules. Trying to stay alive, but both the supports down. Well, one of the supports down as well as the Magnus here for the side of APG. This was a big pick-off here for the side of eNergy.
Rush and cheese, boys.
Rush and cheese. Can I have a bit of wine with that cheese, please?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Yeah. Who do you think the Aegis is gonna go? Okay, they're moving the BKB out of Chosen One's stash, so it looks like the Aegis will be going on to Chosen One yet again. Yeah,
I think that's the best call. I mean, it could have gone to Chelsea, but I mean, the amount of damage Chosen One's outputting at the moment is just ridiculous.
Chelsea got the cheese. Oh, Chelsea's not looking too bad himself. I mean, he's got that sheep stick, which is a very, very good pickup. You saw how much it affected the Magnus there. They just were able to completely disable that Magnus with the sheep stick. But yeah, he's got that Assault Cuirass as well, which is going to help his team out, plus the Manta and the Butterfly. So Chelsea, I'm really liking the Chelsea Viper build. Very tanky, a very good Viper build.
It's like a hybrid. It's a hybrid between damage and tank.
Oh, but that bear is going down so fast.
Yeah, they just can't get up the hill. And now Chosen One in a little bit of trouble here. He makes sure he's not going to go down. Does actually have the repel up, but telekinesis is going to be used up here by Mumu. And there's this Static Storm. Filthy Frank charging up his Epi. Going to catch out the Rubik. That Rubik is going to go down as well. Magnus, he's coming back alive now. He's going to join the fray very quickly. Lone Druid trying to see if he can do anything here. He does go down, so he's going to be on deck for the next 3 seconds. And now they're going to focus their attentions around the Chosen One. Going to be a bit of a problem. And to lose the Chosen One. 4 times killing spree down here for the side of eNergy. Losing... I mean...
That sniper. But I must say, my hat off goes to Bob Yules because, I mean, he did get this, sorry. The Click got a beautiful ulti onto the sniper there. He was in a lot of trouble. And you got Bob Yules just disrupting him, invading all that damage. So Sniper was able to get out, use his Hurricane Pike, and then just get back into the fight. And obviously, Shrine OP... They were able to regen all of their lost HP, and now they should return this by Araxon themselves. They took the Druid down. The Druid does have buyback this time, but he is going to be up in 10 seconds.
Well, it looks like APG want to do something here for the mid lane. They want to try and at least take down tier 3. We've got the illusions coming out from the Shadow Demon. Just going to keep him putting a little bit of damage onto that tier 3 at the moment. We've got... Chelsea just sitting here on the high ground waiting for the rest of the team to approach, but they're moving, getting the jump in, gonna lift up the Shadow Demon. They're gonna be able to pop that out, and now comes out the E-Blade. They're gonna put a little bit of damage here onto Destim. I think the E-Blade came out from the Sanking. It did, just keeping him alive a little bit longer. Melek getting that RP off, forcing out the Bear as well as Lone Druid out. Gonna find it at a stand. That is a big kill here for eNergy, and good focusing here for the side of EN. I mean, massive kill, yeah. Filthy Frank being able to survive on the higher ground, and that was a beautiful turnaround from the side of EN. I mean, they've got buybacks. They're going to have to expend it. I mean, even if EN don't take mid-racks, getting and forcing out the buybacks here from the side of APG, that's big. That's massive.
No, they are going to force out buybacks here, but I don't know, maybe they decide to let this go, this mid, but they're going to buy back instantly.
And retreat.
And retreats. They all retreat. So just to force out the buyback thing. So now if they catch them out, they could definitely end the game. This next fight is going to be crucial and critical.
I think it's going to be the GG fight.
Maybe, but the thing is, even if APG come on top, the side of EN have buybacks on the heroes, so it's still going to be hard for them. I think it's going to be another 2 or 3 fights before we see GG. I could be wrong, but I must say, they are working their tails off to save Adastum. I mean, Disruption came out, then the E-Blade, then the 4 staffs, and shame, he still went down. So, but I mean, very good work there. And then even poor ACG trying to distract the side of eNergy to get the sniper out of dodge. Like, they're putting a lot of faith into Adastum here, and for good reason. He's doing so much damage, and the fact that he can do all that damage outside of the team fight is also huge and massive. But I must say, my hat goes off to Plick. He's caught the sniper out twice now in the last 2 team fights, and it's won them the fights. It saved them from losing racks there. So, Plick, you're the hero of this team fight, I believe.
I mean, it was...
They expended a lot to save that sniper in that team fight, just because he got caught in Static Storm again.
Well, I think they even had to use the E-Blade from Filthy Frank to try and keep him alive. So,
yeah.
I mean, they know.
There was disruption into E-Blade.
I mean,
then the 4 staffs. There was so much work put in to save the sniper, and then poor ACG trying to distract them, and he just melted. He went down so quickly to the Druid, really, really quickly.
I mean, just having a look at the net worths quickly. I mean, 3 of the cores for both teams, or 4 of the cores, are pretty much above 30k. Sniper and Ember Spirit, I mean, over 30k. We've got Viper and Lone Druid sitting above almost 30k as well. Well, I mean, Lone Druid is sitting above the 40k mark. So, I mean, Chosen One, he's got like a bunch of farm on him. It just kind of feels that he just can't get close enough to the sniper. I mean, it's almost the question, do you buy a blink on Lone Druid, blink in, recall Bear on top of you, and then just work on the sniper? I mean, how do they deal with the sniper?
You could do that, but like I said, they've been dealing with him pretty well. I mean, they had reasonable vision, so Click could drop his hammer onto the sniper there in the last 2 team fights. So they are trying to deal with him, but it's always going to be a hard hero to get to if you don't have that huge initiation hero. But the Bear is going down really fast, so I think Chosen One is playing this really well. I don't think a blink is going to be the best option for him because he's also doing a lot of work outside of the fight because he's also got a huge attack range. So I think maybe just get your Bay in there, which he has been doing. Get vision on the sniper and let the disruptor and the supports deal with him. Well, what they have been doing so far, they've been getting vision into the base with a Bear, and then they're able to do something about it.
Yeah,
It's their only option. Yes, they lose 300 gold, or if he doesn't get the recall in time, but it's still being viable, and it is helping them out quite a bit. So, yeah, I think just continue doing that, and we'll
hopefully see. We'll hopefully see an end into the game. I mean,
but I wanted to ask something about the Sand King here. I see, okay, he's now gone for the Veil, but he's now also got a Veil of his own. But I do see in his stash he's got the Sheep Stick and the Agnum Scepter in his quick buy. What do you think he needs to go for first? If you were sitting on the side of ACG, what do you think you should go for first? Looking at the team fights, what would you go for first? Like, honestly, I think I would go for the Sheep Stick.
I think I go for the eggs.
Really?
Yeah, if he doesn't get caught out by the static storm, and he's been landing his epis, that's the thing. If he wasn't landing his epis, then I'd say maybe sheep. But I mean, Filthy Frank, he's been landing his epis, he's been doing good work, and you kind of like underestimate. Like, I mean, you think once the Sand King's popped his ult, O'Malley, a little bit of trouble. Yeah, going to get glimpsed back definitely under the static storm. Going to actually be defensively disrupted, yeah. But we're going to lose O'Malley and a beautiful repel coming out from Strike, keeping Amumu alive and losing no one here from the side of Ian. I mean, we've got the Magnus down, so they're going to have to force a buyback if the side of Ian do push in here. But I mean, going back to your question on the Sand King, I definitely go Ags, especially how good he has been with yeah, especially how good. Yeah, and especially with the way that he's been landing his epis as well. I mean, he's on point. He's been distributing the damage very well. The sheep, it's down, and I mean with repel, you're kind of working it out. So I like the Ags pick up first.
For me, I would personally, I like the Axe pickup, but I would personally go for the Sheep Stick since yes, he's gonna die doing it, but he can blink and sheep that the Omni Knight, and I feel because of Sniper's range, he can just right click the Omni Knight. It won't take him long to take care of that, you know. So that could change the team fight for them. I feel if they can get a sheep onto the Omni Knight, get him out of the fight first.
Very possibly.
He has been doing a lot of work in these fights. The repel, the heals, the Guardian Angels. I mean, he's been doing a lot of work here for the side, and the Guardian Greaves as well. Plus now he has Ag's Refresher on the Omni Knight.
That's ridiculous. I spotted. Yeah, I did see it. And he's a pretty farmed Omni Knight. I mean, he's super scary at the moment, I mean, looking at item progressions on how they can actually go, maybe even on the lone druid, pick himself up an Ags. What about making that bear fight in a different lane completely? So you send Ian down one lane, you send the bear down the other, and before you know it, the bear's like taking a Rex by itself, especially with the Demolish active and ready to rock and roll. APG may not know what hits them, yeah.
Yeah, it's a very big option. Also, Ags gives them a lot of stats, so for me, that would actually be a brilliant idea. The problem I have that with when you normally go for the Ags build onto the Druid, you normally have that Radiance pickup, but it's way too late in the game for Radiance. It's not really going to do much. But yeah, the Aghanim Steps on the Bear could work out beautifully for the split push, because right now they're kind of banging their head against the side of APG and can't really get anywhere. So if they can distract it, yes, but the Bear has been, like I said before, the Bear's been used more for the vision on the sniper at the moment. Getting vision on that sniper, getting the static storm on him, making them use the resources to save the sniper outside of static storm, because it is an Aghanim Scepter static storm. So I mean, I think he's using his bear brilliantly to try and get vision into the base.
I think if he makes the bear more active and gets the Ags, he can basically send the bear in, target down sniper, and then the rest of the team follow up. So now Sniper's got a choice to do either run away from the bear, shoot down the bear while the rest of Ian just takes and cleans out the rest of the team. I mean, what is that game-changing play that either team needs? I feel it's either going to be
take out that Omni Knight, take it out of the game. Like, honestly, I think that's really what needs to happen here. He hasn't got a BKB, he hasn't got a Lincoln's. That's why I said, like, on the Sand King there, I would honestly just get that cheap stick, blink on it, Sheep the Omni Knight. There goes your Guardian Greaves. Double Guardian Greaves, by the way, with Refresher. Double Guardian Angel. Double Repel. Double Heals. And then it also, affects buildings and everything. So for me, that is a dangerous hero to have on your side. That's so much sustained in your team fight. Two Guardian Greaves, 2 Guardian Angels. It's ridiculous.
Oh, well, here comes some action here onto Strike. He may actually go down. He does. APG taking up a quick and fast one. Now O'Malley dealing with Chelsea in the backlines. As that's all going down, there comes a glimpse into the disruption out. Momo stealing out the Burrow Strike. Going to be able to do a little bit of damage there. And one dropping here for the side of Ian. Immediately getting the buyback here from the Omni Knight. And maybe a little bit of a too quick buyback here from Strike.
I don't know. They don't have vision. Like, as you can see, they don't have wards there. So I don't think the side of Ian knew who else was there. So just as a safety precaution, get the buyback on the Omni Knight and get him to ulti. So I think that was the rationale behind there. Dude, buy back quickly ulti for us because there might be the whole side of APG there. We might be in a lot of trouble.
Remembering that he actually does have the Ags available, so it's global now.
Yeah, so I think that was the rationale behind it. Rather be safe than sorry. But yeah, it's a bit of unfortunate that it didn't go down that way. It would have been a massive play, but he does have Refresher, so he has got another one available for the next push, but he does not have a buyback. So if they take out this Omni Knight again, I think that is GG. He's going to have to stay not out of the fight, but in the back and not get caught out now.
Well, I mean, this has been a crazy long game. I mean, we're sitting 70 minutes into the game, almost 22 to 21 kills. I mean, net worths are looking ridiculous. Just crossed the 50k mark in a DGL Masters game. Let me just add. I mean, where the Lone Druid has been able to farm that amount. Adestam putting a little bit of damage onto the mid tower. Going to try and send the bear in to do some work here. They're going to actually get the bear out, heal up the bear, and Adestam going to continue to do some work here on the mid tower. There comes the bear, pops out the blade mail. Adestam immediately retreats off that, and he does go down eventually. That bear is going to get resummoned. Going to try and see if they can actually just stop the siege here from the side of APG. And it may be good enough to actually do that. It looks like they're going to try and just focus their attentions here in the jungle. No, they're going to actually TP. Adestam TP'd. Where?
I think they're rushing.
Well, this is a good move here from APG. They need some form of advantage. Just maybe send the sniper in or send the Magnus in. Or
is this the 4th or the 5th rush?
I think it's the 5th.
That is insane. Don't see that often, but it is, after all, a 71-minute game. It does look like they want to contest this.
Well, there comes a big RP here from O'Malley, and now Filthy Frank actually whiffing the epicenter. Actually, hasn't charged it up. There comes the Static Storm. It's now going to be brought down. They're going to lose Magnus at the backlines. Shadow Demon dealing with a lot of damage. Gem on the deck. Now comes the epicenter out. Not doing a lot of damage here to the side of EN. And Shadow Demon doesn't actually have buyback available. Mumu being very, very maneuverable there using that Force Staff.
The Strike, they cannot win a team fight with that Omni Knight there. That Omni Knight is now a huge factor. Oh no, and he gets haste.
Oh no. Oh no, this is a big problem. ACG in a bit of a problem. Yeah, no, he's going to actually be kept alive here from his team. Sandstorm actually been stolen up by Mumu. And Adestam can't actually find the assassinate. Yeah.
Very lucky steal. Wow. Odu, if he stole any other spell, he would have been dead there.
Yeah. Oh, he could have. Yeah, he would have been dead. Or maybe the side of fist. I mean, that would have kept him alive. But his timing would have had to be perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, very, very perfect.
Yeah.
Very, very lucky pickup there for Mumu.
Well, I mean, yeah, this game is absolutely crazy, guys. I mean, I don't even know what to say. We're 73 minutes in, 23 to 23.
Omni Knight's techies. It prolongs games. It prolongs games. And
have you even
got a sheep stick as well? It's okay. Yeah, they need to take out this Omni Knight. They really do. They will only win a team fight with this Omni Knight gone.
Yeah, I mean, look at the net worth. Look at the net worth at the moment. We're 73 minutes into the game. 73 minutes. Have you ever seen such a close net worth like that? This is ridiculous. Harom Habibi.
Generally when games are this long without the techies, the teams are fairly close.
Oh, they're going to spot out Plick, and he goes down very quickly there. Jimmy's actually on the deck, and that is...
He does have buyback, though. He does have buyback.
Well, this could be the opening APG needed to actually push higher grounds here. Let's stay tuned, see if it's going to happen. It's been an extremely long game. I'm sure the players are getting really, really tired of this. And they just want to jump into game number 2 and start getting underway. But the Bear, once again, going to try and soak up as much damage as they can. And Force Life going to be used. Immediate teleportation back to Lone Dread. And now ACG. Getting slowed out a little bit. I don't know why it looked like he was stuttering a bit. But in the backlines, they're able to pick up the one lane of Rax. Mumu jumping in. Going to get the telekinesis off onto Adestam. And now, Lotus Orb. Oh, big RP coming out from a melee. Going to catch him out now. The side of APG doing wonders here. Immediate buybacks coming out from the side of Ian. Trying to do what they can to save this mid lane of Rax. But it looks like the nail may be in the coffin. And the side of APG may... Adestam, they're just going to secure the mid lane of Rax. I mean, that was a massive team fight coming out here from APG. Yeah. Oh, Melly's RP. Oh, yeah, Burrow Strike. Burrow Strike. They're going to catch out Strike. This is a big kill if they can actually bring him down. Slider Fist going to clear out the waves. ACG going to just go back. Right click down the towers. Adestam's positioning. I mean, he's sitting on the sidelines here. Really not wanting to get involved.
It's a sniper. He's got all the range in the world. Look at that. Like, he doesn't even have to be near the base 3 thing. And with that MKB, like, there's no mischance anymore. Oh, wow.
Dagon. Dagon. The Dagon came into play, guys. And there comes a big blink. And now our poor... Oh, there comes another RP. Charles in a bit of double. He does get beat up. But now Filthy Frank going to pop the epicenter. Trying to bring down Chosen One. He's taking a bit of damage here. But he does get repelled up from the Omni Knights. He's going to try and see if he can stay alive. APG, they're trying to look for more. Strike, he's going to get out of there pretty easy. And a Lone Druid, he's going to try and actually get him. Is it going to get it? And the Dagon finishes off the Chosen One with a triple kill.
That Octarine core cooldown is redonkulous.
And finally, 76 minutes into the game, with a definite leader at this point in time, 30 for 23. APG, wow.
No buybacks. I think this is GG, guys. This is definitely GG.
Well, it went on for so long. I think the side of APG deserved to finish it off the old-fashioned way. I mean, look at APG's base. I mean, they lost bottom lane of Rax. They're losing top lane of Rax. If they just could get something down here, they could have made something happen. But nonetheless, APG take game 1. That's right. Game 1 only. 76 minutes. I'm going to lose my voice and all the pleasure to bring you this this kind of entertainment. So, I mean, yeah, Succubus, I mean, like, tell me, where did things go right? Where did things go wrong? What should have changed? What should have happened?
Honestly, you remember that rush fight I told you they shouldn't take, and they lost 4. That was massive. That was huge. That was like, okay, APG just gained so much advantage from there onwards. They really did well, and I think a lot of the work goes to Adestam. Like, I mean, look at his net worth, 52,700. Yo, that's a big net worth. But I say Bob Yule's also saving a lot of people in that fight. Amali making massive plays, and I mean, ACG's Dagon note.
A casual. Wait, hey, have you even seen the item progression? Adestam had the Divine Rapier and a casual Scotty in his backpack. I mean, that's how farm this bloke was.
Yeah, it's like, oh, whatever. So we have Moonshard, we have casual Scotty, TP boots. Like this was a holy crap, 9-slotted sniper. But I mean, you don't expect anything less from a 72-minute game. He also had 804 CS to his name. Chosen One was following closely behind him at 721 last hits, and he was 12-slotted. Actually, he was 13-slotted Bear.
Yeah, I mean.
So it was an intense game, but I just think in eNergy through a couple of team fights, got caught out a little bit as well. But it all comes down to, I mean, getting that Omni Knight out of that fight. Getting the Omni Knight out of that fight is one of the biggest things. And also, they couldn't really deal with Adestam that well. Yeah, sure, they were using the Baleful Vision. Plick was trying to get his Static Storm down, but they always were able to save him. Bob Yules was always there to disrupt him. Filthy Frank was there to, E-blade him or whatever. There was plenty of 4-staffs. I mean, we had 2 4-staffs on their team. They had all the items to deal with that as well to save the sniper. So it was just unfortunate. I think they just needed a bigger initiating hero on the side of eNergy, something like the Axe, like the Slardar, something like that, just to get in, quickly pick off, and get out. But yeah, I mean, they did catch out O'Malley a couple of times, and they were able to take the madness out. But that's unfortunately, you lose that. And also, I believe the first team fight they lost is that at the racks there, the mid racks with APG.
Yeah.
Remember when APG defended that racks and they took down almost every single person on eNergy? That also swinged a lot in their favor. And then straight after that, they won that rush fight. So I just think they kind of, did the thing. They also, like, when someone did get picked off, they did try to save them, but they didn't commit too much to it. So they didn't end up losing more heroes, which we do see a lot of teams do.
Well, I mean, it was both backwards and forwards, but between both teams, both of them finding out their footing. But nonetheless, game 1 is under the belt. I mean, 76 minutes in. I mean, I'm losing my voice. I'm dying for someone to bring me a cup of coffee. So anyone listening, please bring me a cup of coffee. My voice is hurting at the moment. But, it's getting to the point of the night where the game must go on, especially if we're going to see a best of 3. Hopefully we do see 3 games. Hopefully a little bit quicker. Hopefully a couple of techies. But I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So for those of you that are on the stream, I know that it's been a long night. Go grab yourself a quick drink as we wait for the guys in the lobby to actually get started. So don't go anywhere. We will be back with you guys very, very, very shortly.
I can't see you in lobby, Jubba.
How do you achieve this?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gents, boys and girls, and Dota players around the world. We're in game number 2, APG taking a 76-minute game, one off eNergy. It was a ridiculous game. eNergy had the upper hand, APG had the upper hand. Before you know it, it was like a game of Wimbledon tennis, the way things were going backwards and forwards. But we are back. We're going to bring you some more DGL Masters action. I'm Jubba, joined by Succubus once again. And the bans come out thick and fast. We got Weaver as well as the Lunar Beam banned out for APG. We've got the ban of eNergy this time, banning out the Lone Druid as well as the Underlord. Big pickup of the Slaughter, and now eNergy to choose their two big pickups. Succubus, maybe you want to give a little bit of a rundown what happened in game number 2, maybe the things that we want to see in game number 1, in game number 2. Maybe we want to see something a little bit quicker, maybe like a 25-minute game, perhaps.
That's why I'm happy to see the Slaughter and now the next Assassin. It's like, oh, this is going to be an aggressive game. It's going to be 35 minutes, hopefully. We'll see. But I must say, like, every now and again, it is beautiful to see a game that we just saw. I mean, it was 72, 73 minutes long, but absolutely beautiful Dota, some epic plays, and it's nice to see. It's nice to see that type of Dota being played again. You don't see it; it's rare in this patch. You haven't seen a game like that in a while. But yeah, for me, it was the when they bumped their head against the mid racks and lost 4 heroes. You know, Dastin, everyone just getting all those big things happening. The O'Malley catching that RP there in the mid, it changed the entire team fight for them. And then again, they lost another 4 heroes at the Rush pit. So it's just from there, APG just gained so much advantage and got a bit of their map back. I mean, they took 2 heroes with two towers with 1 push straight after doing that as well. And you know, they got a bit of map control. It let them breathe a bit because they were stuck in their base at one point in the game.
Yeah, absolutely. So, they were smoked up and even afraid to leave the base at one point.
Sniper ban. Goodbye. No sniper.
Well, that just opens up the Vengeful Spirit pickup now as well.
I would think a Lifestealer. They've got the Slaughter.
Well, they do, but I mean the Terror Wave with the Vengeful Spirit. Adestam's Vengeful Spirit. It has debuted in the previous 2 matchups that they went against. So it does. Well, sorry to interrupt, but just to give a little bit of background information here. I know we've been chatting on the chat for a bit, but APG has yet to lose a game in this Master Series, as well as WRG. So both these teams looking really strong. It's up to eNergy now to see if they can break the APG winning streak and give us game 3.
eNergy this is the closest any team has actually come to possibly beating APG in this Master Series. They did exceptionally well. We were at one point in the game, I was like, yo, if they carry on like this, eNergy is going to be the first team to take a game off Aperture. But yeah, like I said, the 2 fights there plus the getting the map control back just completely changed the game for APG at that point. But we do see an Invoker pick. Love this pickup. And Invoker for me is one of the most versatile heroes in this game. It can build damage, pushing, it can build team fights, it can also take, you know, like the Coswex build, the Cos Exhort build. It's just, you can do so many things with an Invoker. You really, really can. And it's brilliant to see really good Invoker players. Like, for me, one of the best Invoker players in this country would probably be Castaway. His Invoker is exceptional, but damn you, Jubba,
you know when you get you good.
Okay.
You know when you get you good.
You know what? Just go hide in a hole somewhere.
Haram, Habibi, don't worry. I know, Jabba knows. So it's okay, but it could be a sneaky pick because they know that Adestam's actually played Vengeful as a core. Maybe Aperture or APGs maybe trying to be a little bit trickier and make them think that it's going to be a core Venge when they're going to actually now play it as a position 4 Venge. So it could be a sort of sneaky maneuver, you know. You don't know what's going on through the minds of the drafters. It may not be the Adestam VS.
Yeah, well, now I have 0 faith in myself. Thanks for that. Just thank you. I'll just drink my beer in silence.
Guys, I'm holding Dota courses during the week from 6 to 7. If anyone would like to come, I'll teach you about Dota. First lesson, pick techies and win.
first place and pick techies and win. Even if you lose, you will still win.
Just pick late game heroes. Anyway, let's get back to the draft. We digress quite a bit. It has been a long cast, so let's get things underway. Yeah. So APG, they're going to pick up the Centaur Warrunner. A little bit of better initiation coming out from the side of APG. I mean, they got the Slardar, going to have the Blink soon. Centaur got the Stampede as well. Will probably also be building himself a Blink as well. The bans for APG going to ban out the Terrorblade. They're waiting to ban out their fifth and final for the side of EN. They're going to ban out the Darkseer as well as the Clinks. This is a little bit of a different ban that I've seen. The Clinks been banned out. I mean, you had more the Jugger to be banned out. Well, okay, APG is actually going to ban out the Jugger. Ian's going to be pretty happy to just ban out the Clinks. I suppose it's just to make sure that that picking up the Slardar just to kind of counter the corrosive haze. Should APG want to actually stock up on Invis, considering that they don't have a Slardar on their side. Ian, you spoke about the Invoker going with the two-headed Ogre Magi. So far, I don't see a lot of damage coming out from EN.
Yeah.
Well,
we know Ogre is being picked up a lot here, but he hasn't got a great win rate in the series, and he used to be one of those primeval pickups, the support, because he's very, very tanky. He's got a beautiful slow, does a lot of damage over time. The stun is always a good thing to have, plus the double stun once he does have that Aggron set up, but more due to the fact that he's picked up for his Bloodlust, and it combos very nicely with heroes that right-click a lot, and you do see a lot of lineups go for Invoker and Ogre Magi at the same time, because you can just put Alacrity and Bloodlust on your carry, and it's absolutely ridiculous attack speed. So for me, it's these two heroes pop up generally in the same draft a lot, the Invoker and Ogre Magi, for that reason. I mean, you just pick one pushing hero with Invoker, Forge Spirits, and Alacrity, Ogre Magi, Bloodlust, and there you've got a carry that's pretty much unstoppable. So, and then you've got the Shadow Demon to boot that can make illusions of whatever carry they decide to pick up. So, it's quite a nasty combo if it's done right, but it's going to be very hard since APG have got a Rubik, Avenge, a Centaur, and a Slardar. Shadow Fiend very easily gained in the early stages, but if he does come online, it hurts. Shadow Fiend it hurts a lot. Yeah. And he's not going to have a great time against Invoker mid, but he can always use those Shadow Razors to farm up until he gets enough souls up to actually outright click the Invoker, because in the beginning the Invoker's just going to outright click him, it's not going to be a nice early game for the Shadow Fiend, but he's also got a thing where he can go to the jungle, he can stack, he can Shadow Raise the creeps, that type of thing. But yeah, it's going to be very hard for the eNergy esports carry, because they've got those massive.
Who do you think it's going to be?
Heroes.
Do you think it's going to be a Sven?
Whoa, that's something we haven't seen.
PL, it is. I think he's been chosen once or twice before. Hasn't made a big showing in the Master Series, but PL going to be chosen. I thought maybe it would have been a Sven with the Warcry being able to kind of counteract a lot of the negative armor coming out from the side of APG. I mean, the negative armor. Let's just name it. We got Corrosive Haze. We've got the Shadow Fiends minus armor. We've got the Vengeful Terror Wave. So things are going to be really difficult here for the side of EN. But nonetheless, let's get ready to go there. Sorry, I was in the mode. Anyway, for the side of the Radiant, EN's going to be playing over here. We've got Amumi going to be playing on our Shadow Demon. Quick Smoke Up, going to drop that early Observer. We got Chosen One going to be playing our core Phantom Lancer. In the mid, we're going to have Chelsea on our Invoker. Further up in the mid lane, we're going to have Pluck playing our Ogre Magi. And last but not least, for the side of eNergy Esports, Strike this time around going to be on the Nyx.
Yep. We saw his Omni Knight plays and it was brilliant. So let's see how his Nyx Assassin fares. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, on the side of APG, we have O'Malley with a beautiful set on Centaur Warrunner there. It looks pretty nasty. It really does. Then we have ACG on his SF. We have Filthy Frank on that Slardar. Then going towards a safe lane, we have a Dastum on his Vengeful Spirit, Jubba.
I think that's going to become his signature hero, really.
And then we have the Bob of Yules on the Rubik.
He's even dancing for us.
Yeah, he is.
Bob Yules. This time, Rubik going to the side of APG. I think EN was one of the first teams to actually lose with the Rubik, dropping that win rate just a tad there for the Rubik stats. So Rubik is going to have a little bit of a less showing in terms of wins, but let's see if APG and Bobby can actually put up another win here for the Rubik.
Well, he's been doing exceptional work on that hero, and I mean, Rubik being picked up like almost every game in the series. So I mean, I've seen some fantastic plays kind of taking a lot of little right clicks here from the range creep bobules. But it does look like they're going to try get a first blood onto strike here. Few stuns to match up. Oh, Spike Carapace immediately going up. Wait, they're pausing the game? Lag? Okay.
Oh. Okay, well, it's going to be a little bit of a pause out. No problems thus far, but Strike, I don't think he's going to be in too much trouble. We do have the magic missile actually lined up here for Adestam. Telekinesis, they do have the potential. They do have the potential.
In a bit of trouble here. Their telekinesis, they can pull him back, do a little bit of right-click damage to him, then followed up by magic missile. I think he could die here since his Spike Carapace is now on a 20-second cooldown. He hasn't, like, he's got 4 armor, so he can sustain quite a lot of right click. He's got that poor man's shield as well, so he can potentially miss a few right clicks. So he could get away here, but if they do the appropriate body blocks, they maybe can take him down. But he is quite tanky. I mean, now he's sitting at 485 HP. He's got quite a bit of armor. Poor man's shield to boot. I think he could potentially get away from this, but if they play it right and they, they don't tend to stack their disables in this level of Dota on average, so they could get away with the first blood here, but he is very close to his tower, so maybe not. But meantime, in the mid lane, we do have Chelsea and Click harassing ACG quite a bit. Click has thrown down his Fire Blast onto ACG there, so he's going to get harassed in the mid lane. SFs do tend to get harassed quite a bit.
Well, I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles, and all of a sudden, my Dota decided to say good night, sweet prince. So give me a moment to actually re-log in. I was being cheeky. I was going into showcase mode and demonstrating some cool stuff. It seems like my PC couldn't handle it, so.
Put more coal in the engine.
That's like the first time it's happened. I mean, my PC's actually treated me very, very well. And we're back in the game. I mean, look how quick it works. But I guess no more showcase mode for you guys. I mean, I was showing you some cool stuff. Well,
so, moving on. Ooh, let's just see what happens here.
Do they actually manage to pick it up? They're going to try and body block Filthy Frank. You dirty little dog. You try to block it out. There comes another crush. First blood. Going to go in favor of Adestam. Perfectly done here from the side of APG. And amazing body blocks from Filthy Frank. You dirty scoundrel.
It's amazing that lasted a full 8 seconds for Filthy Frank's stun to come off cooldown yet again. So, I mean, shame. Poor Strike went down pretty fairly easily there. But look how much ACG is getting. So much harass. Sunstrike now lands and gets... Oh, Click gets a last right click onto ACG.
That is not the way you want your SF to actually be laning. I mean, he's so important to actually get those Necromasteries up. And Strike, he's pretty confident to actually just sit in the lane. Adestam actually does have a magic missile available for him. He could actually look at making a play here. We've got Slide-Eye, Filthy Frank in the back lines. They're going to just pull out the lane and just pretty happy to keep the Nex on pretty low HP, try and see what he can get out the lane. I mean, sometimes the question is, do you want to actually kill the hero to send him back to base so they can come regen and actually farm up, or you leave him on low HP, kind of makes him a little bit hesitant of actually jumping into lane and getting those last right clicks. So it's a bit of a question.
I don't know, but I mean, this off lane over here, well, the safe lane, Chosen One, doing fairly well. I mean, you've got Odu coming in every now and again, making illusions of poor Mali. So Mali's getting harassed by his own characters. But yeah, it looks like they're pretty even here in terms of last hits on this 1v1 thing. But I would say Mali would, okay, now he's going to harass poor Odu in the jungle here, trying to stack up for his carries a bit later on. He's going to miss out on some XP here, so maybe not the best move. And yeah, Chosen One should do fairly well in this lane. He's got a fair amount of escape, and if he does get into a lot of trouble, he's always got Momo there to, help him out. So Mali now in a little bit of trouble by the looks of things, doing a lot of damage from his passive, but I think he's going to go down here. Rotation does come in from Filthy Frank, however.
Sunstrike not going to latch onto a Mali, but there comes the Filthy Frank stunner runner. Momo in a little bit of trouble, going to eat through the tree. Can he actually dodge out Filthy Frank? He can't. Last right click finishes him off, and actually paid with his life there. Poor Shadow Demon actually going down. Not the kind of stuff you want happening, but beautiful rotation coming out from Filthy Frank. Those are the kind of early rotations you need to happen. And now, Chosen One in a little bit of trouble. Does actually have the... We did have O'Malley actually... Oh, he has actually upgraded his Stomp Hoof. Yes, no, he hasn't. He's actually got the return. So, not being able to double stun or chain lock out
I definitely think that might have been a kill on Chosen One if he did have his stun, but... You know, going solo off lane, it does make sense to get more levels in your return. You don't necessarily need your stun, but it looks like they do smoke up and maybe looking to go over and kill Chelsea mid. It's going to be a tall order, and the sidelines, the Plick is rotating around the tower, so it looks like a double gank on mid from both sides.
This is when stuff becomes exciting, and Filthy Frank going to make a play onto Chelsea. Olga going to try and slow down ACG. ACG gives no rats. Going to get the kill there on Chelsea, and now Plick in a little bit of a troubled situation. Yeah, someone's taking out the trash, and its name begins with APG.
You just called eNergy trash. Are you proud of yourself?
I didn't mean it like that. CCM. Holy moly. Oh, guys, please.
I know you didn't. It was a joke. But immediately wrote...
Oh, Filthy Frank.
Cancelled them.
Cancelling it out. Filthy Frank maybe just playing a little bit of mind games here for the side of EN.
O'Malley looking pretty strong, double damage runes to boot. They're going to have to be very careful here. I don't think it's the best idea to go on to him. Look how much right-click damage he does to poor Odo.
He does get the stun off. There's a crush, and O'Malley getting the last hit there on Mr. Mumi. It was... I mean, he was really close up to O'Malley, even though he was trying to right-click him down. He was just trying to not create space between him and the Centaur Warrunner.
It was a bit unfortunate. I mean, these rotations coming out from Filthy Frank, I mean, he's doing so much better than he was doing on the Sand King. And the Slaughter plays are real. He's really doing well. But O'Malley in a spot of trouble here, maybe. He needs to back off. But it does look like he's going for that straight Hood of Defiance.
Next lesson for the day. For the day. Centaur Warrunner is never in trouble.
Aww.
Never in trouble. He is the Centaur Warrunner. Even with 1 HP.
He's hard to take down.
Yeah, he really is.
Due to the fact, like, when he does get a full level in his return damage, and then if he does pick up a blade mail later as well, you can't really right-click him down, because he's just take way more damage than you should. But he must be careful for a Sunstrike here. I don't think Invoker does know that he is sitting on 15 HP.
Have you seen what level 25 talent tree does for O'Malley? Just take a look and just tell me how scary that is.
Yeah, it's not fun. I mean, you've got one hoof, some duration there. That's not so great, but gains return aura.
Oh yes.
No, thank you.
The amount of damage. Oh, that is like really retarded. It makes it really. It's like a Queen of Pain with like 70% magic lifesteal damage. I mean, you can't kill that thing.
And not just that, then he gets the Aghanim Scepter as well, and there's Aghanim
Octarine.
Scepter ulti.
Oh my word!
It's not a hero you want to deal with.
Don't even get me
especially
started.
if it's played right.
But Chosen doing pretty good in terms of last hits, sitting 42 and 20, followed by Chelsea on the Invoker, and then followed by Edistam. So looking in terms of last hits, I mean, eNergy doing pretty well. Shadow Fiend like 4th on the log, not the kind of position you want your SF to be sitting in, and I think we just attribute that to that early gank on ACG, struggling to actually get his mastery, his Necro masteries up. So a little bit of a tough position here for the side of APG this time around. I dare to even look at what the networks are at the moment.
I don't think it's going to be all that too different. I mean, you've got heroes basically almost on the same type levels.
Oh, top lane. We got Strike trying to engage her. Pops the Carapace. There comes Filthy Frank with the crush. And Strike is going to go down. Trying to be a little bit greedy, but Plick, he isn't going to get involved here. Gets swapped back in. And this time around, a kill going for Bob. A kill going to Frank. No one's leaving any seconds for Edistam. Oh, taking...
No, Adam. He is, yeah. He's been getting pretty much.
Sunstrike is available. Does he take a chance?
I don't think he's gonna be able to land it. There's not much vision there.
Back.
Yeah, there's not much vision there.
You take a chance.
I don't think he would have
Take a
gotten
chance
maybe,
on me.
maybe.
In the words of ABBA, take a chance on me. Take a chance on love.
Aww.
Yeah.
Looking at this PL. Okay, wait. They are making a rotation here. No, they're not. Okay, yes, they are. Okay. What do you think this PL should go for here? I know he's going for the helm with the dominator. I mean, that's pretty much obvious here. But what do you think he needs to do to sustain the side of, of APG here? Because they've got a lot of heroes to deal with the PL. To be honest, they've got a lot to deal with him.
I wouldn't say like a lot. They've got they got a couple of lockdowns. Okay, like I mean, I say a lot of lockdowns. I mean, there's like 4 stuns on the side of APG, which is absolutely ridiculous.
You can make that 5 with the Rubik's sealing everything plus the telekinesis, and then you've got the armor.
Ooh, strike. Oh, strike being being very cheeky. He may actually be in a little bit of trouble. We're gonna have Filthy Frank sprint up. Strike's just going to loop around the tower, but he's going to actually run into ACG here. Oh, but he pops the Carabas. Now Filthy Frank, he wants a piece of the action. You're going to get stun him up. There comes the double raise. Easy breakfast. Come, boys, let's take a game of golf, because that was super easy, though, in the bot lane. Going to have a melee stampede up. Got pulled out. Took a little bit of damage there from the Sunstrike. Now Adestam swapping his partner out. ACG popping a Requiem, just to prevent an onslaught from eNergy carrying on that, like a little bit of a charge there. Plick going to get stamped out, and 2 right clicks from ACG, and easy peasy. As a
Filthy Frank, he's just making the plays happen this game. He really, really is. Yeah. He's everywhere on this map.
He's about 200 gold off Blink at around about 10 minutes. I mean, he's going to pick up his bounty. That puts him 150 away. Oh, but Sunstrike. Oh my gosh, that's going to put him now 300 away from actually picking up his blink. But nice little pickup. Very nice little pickup. Yeah, that was a big pickup. Yeah. Good communications.
That's gonna delay the blink dagger by a bit. So I mean, a little bit more breathing room now. But even so, they've got Stampede. They've got a lot of ways to get in still. I mean, they've got the sprints, they've got the Stampede. They can be a very fast team. Anyone that gets away, I mean, Dustin can always just swap in as well. So, yeah, it's not an easy team to run away from, so to speak. But getting back to the point of PL, I think they've got quite a bit to deal with it. They've got the Corrosive Haze, which can reveal the right one. They've got so many stuns. They've got that double edge that will deal with illusions. Plus the SF. We've got the SF Shadow Races that deals with illusions pretty well as well. So for me, they've got quite a bit to deal with this PL. It's going to be a very hard game for him.
What's even more scary that I'm looking at is just have a look at the levels of the supports for the side of Yen. Oh, but before that happens, there comes the telekinesis out into chosen one, and that was rather quick, but we're going to still talk fast because that makes it fun. Plick going to try and TP out. Are they going to be able to stop it? 4 years! They can stun him out, and they got the swap off from Adestam, and Plick goes down. Knowing there was going to be another kill on the sidelines, that was easy.
I know it was 4 heroes that took Plick down, but remember, Ogre is a very tanky support. He generally gets out of situations fairly easily, but they made him look like he was 100 AGR. They made him look like he was a creep. He just basically melted, and that's due to the fact that they've got nice levels on the side of APG here. And I mean, look at O'Malley. He's already got that Hooded Defiance.
Mid lane though. Momo in a bit of trouble. Disrupts out the Rubik. Now they're trying to find more, and that's going to be the call's going to be to retreat. But I mean, I was more worried about Plick when he went down. Is that APG didn't have lockdown to stop the TP? That was the actual concern.
Yeah, but I mean, as we can see in this patch, aggressive heroes with low cooldown ultis, that type of thing, generally wins. And for me, APG definitely have that. I mean, they've got huge initiation heroes, a lot of stuns, heroes that get in your face, pick you off, and, they've got the SF to push as well. So SF, takes towers fairly easily, pushes out lanes really, really quickly. And then they've got very tanky initiation heroes here as well. So you can see how these types of drafts favor this new patch. It's pretty evident here. I mean, 12 minutes in, we've got 3 towers down, we've got 11 kills. It's been a very action-packed game, and that's all due to the draft.
No, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think Ian had a pretty decent draft in the first game. I mean, they almost took a game off APG. If they kept pushing and was a little bit more aggressive, I think it would have actually gone Energy's way. I think they held off just a little bit too long and was a little bit of a problem for them to actually come back in the late game. But it is going to be game 2, and it seems that APG won the draft a little bit better. But there comes the Stampede. They're going to try and find out Chelsea. He's going to actually ghost walk out. Filthy Frank still stuns him out, doesn't actually know he's there. And ACG just going to throw out a couple of raises. If he had landed that one, it could have actually been a very dead ACG. Now, Bob Yule's coming to the party. He has got a sentry online. Strike's going to pop the stun, and Strike pops the carapace. Going to keep him alive for just a little bit longer. Telekinesis, but it's going to be one dead Strike. And ACG hitting like a monster. I mean,
is it just me, or is these? They just keep getting caught out of position. I mean, Strike and Pluck have been caught out of position quite a bit. I mean, they've been caught out alone behind enemy lines. I mean,
but as a Nix, you want that.
Yeah, but the thing is, in Nix, if the whole team is together like that, don't reveal yourself. It's the worst thing you can do is reveal yourself, because they've got 5 stuns potentially on the side of APG. You are not, if they see you are not going anywhere, you are dead. So I mean that's really unfortunate. And then also he got caught out in between the tier 1 and tier 2 mid towers as well, and just got taken out when he was caught out of position, revealing himself to Filthy Frank. But as we're saying that, PL doing what he does best, was it what we used to call him back in the day, Cancer Lancer, right?
Yeah.
And this is why he rats and he pushes out quite a bit. If he gets big enough, he can do something. But they return and go, okay, you can take our tier 2, we'll just take your tier 2 as well. The double damage SF. So this could be rats if they're not careful. I mean, they can't really stop the snowball of APG at the moment.
Well, they're going to have to try. I mean, they're going to leave the PL in the top lane. They're going to try and at least take the tier 2. They do. Instant TP back here from PL. Going to throw out that lance onto Adestam. Filthy Frank with the double crush coming out onto Pluck and Chosen One. O'Malley just trying to do a little bit of damage there. Bob Yules going to steal a little bit of love there from the next. Going to get the stun, and now O'Malley tanking the front lines. Already got his hood up. Wow, taking a chunk of damage there from Sunstrike. O'Malley sounds the retreat. He says, Hux, I can't do it. And actually decides to back out. And Energy, they hold on. They lose the tier 3, but they hold on for just a little bit longer.
Lucky for them, they decided to attack the melee barracks first, which is generally what you go for. Is the melee barracks, because it is the one that does regen. But luckily they were able to stop it in time, so maybe the barracks can regen before the next push. And it is regenning at quite a fast pace at the moment. So I mean, they could potentially, have that Rax at full HP the next time they push through. But it is evident to say that they do still have Aegis to their name, and they are quite a good standpoint right now. So they could just go back and regroup, regen, and go back in and try it again.
Rinse, repeat.
Rinse, repeat, yeah. I mean, the side of Energy don't really have an answer for this right now. They really don't. They don't have enough levels. They don't have enough items. PL can't effectively split push at 16 minutes. He's got nothing to his name. He's trying to get a diffusal blade out, but I mean, he's not tanky enough to withstand something. And this is exactly what they're doing. Rinse, repeat, boys. We still got Aegis. We're all fine. We're all dandy. Everything's up again. And they've got Stampede up in the next 10 seconds as well. So this should be Rax. They haven't got Glyph anymore.
Oh, a little bit of a missed stun coming out from Filthy, but it doesn't matter. They're going to try and work on the melee Rax over here. O'Malley going to take out a chunk of the damage. Chelsea throwing down the tornado, going to catch out Adestam. O'Malley trying to find the stun. Only catches it out on Chelsea. And now we got a little bit of a fight going on here. As CG looking for more. Trying to right click down something. He decides to turn on the Rax. And now the side of APG trying to push them out of the base. Filthy Frank surviving on maybe a 3rd HP. They managed to push APG out of the Rax zone, but they did lose their melee Rax. But Filthy Frank, he's not over yet. He wants a bit more of the action. There comes the magic missile. O'Malley finishing off that kill there as well. The side of APG is not over.
Yeah, they're losing the PL there means they can definitely go back and take the next Rax, but it does look like they just decide to back off here. They still got Aegis to their name. They could potentially do it. PL is down.
Well, even with the PL around, I mean, he wasn't ready doing too much. I mean, he's trying to build into that diff blade. He's got the 2 items. He's just waiting to pick up the recipes, about 400 gold away from there. So I think APG is very happy in just doing objective data. Take tier 2s, go shrines, go Rosh, and then carry on pushing.
Well, they've got the Rosh, but I mean, they do decide to take the safe option and go for the tier 2 top here. And it should be fairly easy. There is no glyph available for the side of eNergy, so it should be a fairly easy tower and extra gold and a little bit more map control.
Well,
and
that's
now a gem being picked up as well by Bob Yules. So there's going to be some significant dewarding and also no ghost walking or Nyx assassin to worry about.
That is going to be a big pickup here for APG. They're going to throw out the meteor, just try and slow down this push just a little bit. And O'Malley tanking it up here for his team. They get the kill there on the Shadow Demon. Goes down rather quickly. Instant buyback from him. PL is back in the fray, so he's going to try and see what he can do to try and defend this. And the way that he's going to defend this is he's going to actually try and push out the bot lane with his illusions, as himself is going to just try and head to the top lane as well. They're going to pop that shrine, just give them a little bit of sustain for the moment. Chosen One throwing out the lance onto ACG. There comes the stun from Pluck. Big jump in from Filthy Frank. They're going to get the kill on the Shadow Demon once again. So that's a buyback, a dieback pretty much. ACG now only dropping the Aegis. He's going to be back in any second now as well. Going to start right-clicking away. We got the Rubik stealing out the Nyx's stun once again. And Ogre Mage are trying to make something happen. But Filthy Frank, he just jumps in, stuns, and runs out. And now another stun coming out from Nyx. But Invoker is down. Almost going to lose the Chosen One. He's going to be able to doppel out of that. You're going to keep chasing him down. Filthy Frank, stun after stun. All he does is jump in, stun, and get his ass out of there. Just sets up that mobility for his team. And that is a lane of Rex in the top lane, a lane of Rex in the mid. They have got one tower, one tier 2 tower remaining.
It's also important to note that there's now semi-mega creeps in both lanes, and especially in the top lane, that creep wave is going to push in hard. So even if they do decide to push into the side of APG, they're always going to have to push out 2 lanes before they can do anything, and it's heavy creep waves as well. But I suppose the one advantage of that is that Chosen One's going to get a lot of farm coming his way. But it's going to be extremely hard to come back from this now. I almost wanted to call GG there. Almost. If their buybacks didn't come out, I would have said GG.
Yeah, it's super hard for EN at the moment. I mean, they had such a good starting game 1, and they feel that they can go toe-to-toe against APG. And it just broke their spirits, and they still feel that they've got the opportunity to actually bring it back and actually do something.
But what do you do though? I mean, the amount of sustain and tankiness that the side of APG have. I mean, you've got a Centaur with a full pipe, a Crimson Guard for his team as well. Then you've got a Blink 4-staff onto Filthy Frank, and this is all 20 minutes in, guys. And then the SF is right-clicking like a truck at the moment. Also the Blink Dagger Hurricane Pike to boot. You know, it's just, what the hell do you do? You can't do a damn thing against this right now. If they take this 3rd lane of Rax, this is game over.
No, it will probably be called GG. But, you know, every warrior wants to be a Leb, and I'm a Leb, so there's always fighting spirit. And no doubt about it, they're going to try and make something happen. Yeah, Filthy Frank jumping again, once again onto the Shadow Demon. They stun up O'Malley, and there comes Strike. He's going to actually blink in, get the Carapace stun off onto ACG. Has 4-staffed out of the way. Filthy Frank looking for a little bit of a jump in over here. There goes the Crimson Guard. So now a lot of damage is going to be negated. Filthy Frank not landing out his stun, but quick fingers on Pluck, being able to actually stun out the O'Malley before he got caught out. Sunstrike going to come down, not going to land on anything now in the backlines. Big Requiem coming out here from ACG. Invoker goes down, and Chosen One going to be able to actually doppel out of that bit of a damage there. Bob Yules trying to just pick up the kill with that stun from the Nyx, and this is a bottom lane of Rax taken here for the side of APG. And now the side of eNergy are facing mega creeps. The onslaught continues as APG are going to fountain dive the side of eNergy in a Masters game. Guys, it's going to be action-packed. We knew it was going to be this way. And maybe eNergy can kill one of the players here from the side of APG. Even Strike blinking in, getting the sun off. And there comes a quick 4-staff blink out from Filthy Frank. And Chosen One calls it. Good game, GG, well played. APG take game number 2. So yet again, APG undefeated, uncontested, undisputed heavyweight Dota champions of the Master DGL.
Yeah, this was absolutely ridiculous. I mean, APG just came in and didn't give eNergy any time to breathe. Like, yeah, I don't even know what to say here. This was, I mean, I'm actually lost for words here. This was a wrecking. This was just, wow.
It was a
This
wrecking.
was
So,
very, very well played.
so obviously, Succubus is Mrs. Oxford Dictionary tonight.
Yeah, I just like seriously lost for words. Like, damn well played. I mean, jeez, they executed everything almost perfectly, from objective to ganking to rotations. I mean, Filthy Frank, he was everywhere around that bloody map. I mean, you couldn't breathe without Filthy Frank being on your tail and helping out another team. Adasta being completely uncontested. Bob Yule's doing a brilliant job as well. I mean, ACG just massive damage coming out there, and they just completely didn't give the eNergy draft a chance at all.
No,
And
they
you know,
didn't.
like, it's just wow, well played.
No, they didn't.
Well played.
I think we need to report Filthy Frank and ACG for feeding. They both had one death to their name.
Yeah, report Filthy Frank and report ACG. You guys are so feeding, so much feed. Can't believe this.
Rapport.
Such
Rapport.
Please get better. We're joking, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, wow. This is, I mean, APG, WRG. Does anyone else want to see that match?
I'll sign up for that one.
And that's going to be an interesting one because it's two undefeated teams so far in the Masters games, and I mean, APG showing what a brilliant team they are once again. And yeah, like I said, eNergy, all these players on eNergy Esports are absolutely phenomenal players. I think they haven't been together long enough to have that brilliant team synergy the way that APG or WRG have, because they've been playing together for years. I suppose APG's as a team, their first rage was last year, but they've been playing together for a while after that. It's still longer than the side of eNergy have been together for. So I think once they find their team synergy, they will be able to do something a little bit better.
Absolutely.
They are big boys already.
I mean,
Odin, Chelsea,
to
Plymouth,
punch back,
Strike,
to
Tone
punch
One.
back, yeah.
Yeah, they are on the same level, not maybe even higher than some of the players on APG, but they just need to find that team synergy, I feel.
Yeah.
But they're both teams played exceptionally well tonight. Just APG knocking it out of the park with this game. They were just uncontested, played it perfectly.
Especially in game number 2. But I think that's going to pretty much end the cast for myself, Jubba, and Succubus. Do join us on Thursday night. We're going to be bringing you the XTC Ventus game. So we'll see you guys back on Thursday evening, 8 o'clock, for some more Masters action. As it stands for now, we hope that you guys had an amazing Tuesday evening, and that you guys have a beautiful Wednesday, a fabulous Thursday when we see you guys again, and most definitely when the weekend comes up, that you guys get your crazy on and have a good weekend. But I think from myself and Succubus, we wish you guys a pleasant evening, a wonderful, wonderful evening. So from ourselves, good night and God bless.
Bye-bye.
How do you achieve your greatness?
There's no margin for error.
No room for mistakes.
You need total control.
Your success is determined by your grit.
It takes thousands of hours perfecting your moves.
And only the strong survive.
You think you've paid your dues?
You think you're ready to enter the arena?
Think again.
This is the Telkom Digital Gaming League,
This is where legends fight till the last second.
where the action explodes straight through your system.